Okay, we theoretically should be better now. I see no drop frames. So as I was saying, not for broadcast. I like this game a lot. Thought about it recently. I decided why not put 65 gigabytes of it on my computer. Um, and so we're going to be doing the tutorial, and then we're going to be jumping into the Halloween one, and then maybe the telethon, and then we're gonna do the campaign. But we're going to back 2 years ago. I was like, God, almost three. I was like, I'm going to do a run where I just do everything anyone tells me to, and then I never finished it, but I will. So, okay. John Paul, George, and Ringo. Racist postal worker. Uh, Stop it. Oh, good. One, two, three, four. Oops. I thought we were just supposed to go right to this. It would fucking help if I unmuted the audio.
Arrived to Advance headquarters to hear what the leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their historic.
Right, button
That's
two
what's coming up on
in
tonight.
three,
National
two,
Nightly News.
one. Net lovely, mate.
Boom. I'm a professional.
Throw back to Jeremy with button one when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
Apparently there's like a challenge mode now, which is fun.
Here it comes. Switch to screen one. Now, lovely, mate.
But first, the votes are in, and it's a decisive win for Advance.
We often get a bit of interference around this time, mate. Keep your eye on the machine at the bottom right.
Yeah.
That slider that's flashing, or your scroll wheel to move the wave up and down, keeping the green bit in the white bit.
But critics have accused him of a severe lack of actual policies and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear. However, Former Home Secretary
Great, it's
Jeffrey
going well. All you've got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early or we'll all get fired. Now the clock at the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. I normally play the first one at the first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll count you into it as well, but keep your eye on the clock.
Everyone has such a British name.
And 3, 2, 1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody. Jeremy, I need you to fill after the ads.
What? Why?
Wanker Snatch is running late.
Oh.
I thought I'd ask him about the election.
Personally, I wouldn't try to confuse him with any big words.
That's the same policy we use with you. I thought that was our little secret. That's all right, he doesn't remember anything I tell him.
I'm deeply uncomfortable with your burgeoning friendship.
Love you too.
Yeah.
Wicked, we've made it to the first ad break. You're doing great, mate. But this is where it starts getting a bit trickier. This next sequence is what we call a multi-cam sequence, because you're going to be cutting between multiple cameras to keep things interesting. A lot of it's down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb. 1. Try and keep the shot on whoever is doing the talking. 2. Don't stay on the same shot for too long, 10 seconds at the most. So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide shot for a bit, just to keep it interesting. 3. Don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough. Then the audience want to see who's doing the talking, yeah? Stick to these rules and you'll be fine. It's not as complicated as it sounds. You've seen programmes on television, haven't you? Make it look like those. Might as well get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
Okay.
Quiet in the studio.
Thank you so much.
10 seconds, everybody. Going in 5, 4, 3.
I hope the sound is okay. Little bars are giving me a little lag.
Nightly news. Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first,
Get
off,
ready to go to
Hollywood
Megan on
reporter
screen
Megan
4.
Wolf is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf,
Nice.
culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare
Right,
to
go
the
to
Shop
Blunderclatch
films
on screen
and
3 when she says his
joined
name.
today by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear.
Go to 3, go to 3.
I tell you, that being with you here today is among
Switch to
the
2 for the wide now.
I went to
Dare
2.
say having you here with us is among ours.
Right, now just try and
So
stay
you
on
just
whoever's
finished filming
talking.
your latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the Wrap, that's Peter Jensen, the director. Do you know him?
Give us a look at
He's a
Megan's
wonderful
reaction.
chap. He really is. I've worked with him on
Lovely.
several
Now
movies,
back to
all fairly
Thunder Twat.
successful. I said to Peter, what a wild ride this has been. And do you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that that was the true story of one soldier's fight for a love that surpassed a love, of course, for freedom. I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
Oh, that is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer. Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me. I will bleed. And often, that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Bleeding, giving, suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the people that I inspire, the little people.
People are loving it.
Well, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. what do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. But I think I've always been quite clear that when it comes to politics, that one should always strive to not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Oh, well, don't worry, he won't do it again.
Sorry, I said fuck.
Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
Medicated, which opens next week
Right,
around
they've
the
swapped the
country.
shot of Jeremy on screen one for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look.
Cool.
Cool, looks like Blunderclatch is losing it in the studio, but we ain't got time for that. There's more interference coming. It's a bit trickier this time, mate. Use that little flashing joystick to the left of the knob, or hold down your middle mouse or Alt on your keyboard, and as the frequency changes, match it to the white bit by dragging right.
You think I don't know that?
Now we're going to squash the frequency back by
Yep.
dragging left.
No, Lance, we mustn't. Think of Carol.
That's Dr. Lance to you, Miss Flanagan.
Jubbly, mate.
For you, baby.
Next, we're going to change the amplitude. Same as last time. Little joystick or hold Alt or middle mouse, and this time push upwards. Upwards, mate. Upwards.
But I didn't listen.
Doctor,
Yep.
Drowning, Lance, you said.
you need to see.
Yep.
Right, now let's match it back by going downwards.
Good thing I did this tutorial because I forgot this bit.
The sterility. This formula. This is the key.
Stop it all.
Bloody perfect, mate.
Perfect.
We have to ask ourselves.
At the end of the clip, you'll want to play another ad. Remember to
Oh.
use the clock at the top to count you in.
2, 1.
Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words. As you've probably noticed, the broadcast screen, here, is about 2 seconds behind the master screen, here. When someone says a naughty word, the bleep button lights up, like this. 2 seconds later, you'll hear that swear word going out on the broadcast, and you need to hold down the bleep button, or the spacebar on your keyboard, for as long as the swear word lasts. It can take a bit of practice getting used to hearing 2 things at
Can I
once.
bleep commercials?
Stay calm, and you'll get it.
I can.
If you can't tell when to bleep, just above the button, you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you gotta do is hold it down while the red bit is over the red line. Simple. Of course, if you do it by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens.
That's fine.
why real professionals do it by ear. Most people like to have the volume of the broadcast screen a little bit below the master screen. Let's set it now. As you turn it up, you'll hear the advert getting louder. Good. Your senses
Alan James is right. I forgot that's the title.
takes a little practice, but I'll try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro. Remember, button lights up, count 1, 2, and hold it down. Remember to select screen
Oh my
1
God.
now that you've got the feed. Don't wait for the broadcast to go live. That's too late. You can use the number buttons on your keyboard, 1 to 4.
Personality running the country. Seriously?
We've had worse. 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advance Headquarters, where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Oh shit, he's pissed.
Shall I
Get ready to
start?
bleep.
Go for it, Pat.
Okay, well, thank you all for coming, and, well, where do I start? What a day!
They said we couldn't do
They
it.
certainly did.
They used every dirty, low-down, lying southern bastard trick they had against us. But you, the people,
Nice.
you saw right through their shite.
The censorship goes well. Oh, whoops.
had a couple of celebratory pints. It makes me coarser than a granny's fanny.
Memorably put.
Nailed it.
But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating? Throughout the campaign, you've heard
So we're doing the tutorial, and then we're going to do the Halloween episode, and then come back to the game.
when things are going well.
Been
When
on
the
that shop a
country
bit
is
long.
suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team. A team that can change things. But today is day one of a new future. A better, fairer future. So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbooks.
Again, colourfully put, but not inaccurate. Before we came out here to address the nation, we used our executive powers to pass the Assets and Wealth Act. Working with the tax office, we have produced a definitive list of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
You know the sort of probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So all you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere to hide.
Perfect.
And earlier today, we revoked your passports.
Ew, I forgot that.
You want to leave like you threatened before the election? That's fine. But first, you're going to pay up. You're going to pay back.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals into a team. To properly fund health and education. To raise the living standards of us all.
Okay.
Pundits said we'd have to raise billions. But you'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours, that's absolute ferret shite. So to you posh twats,
The people who pay you a pittance to serve them drinks in their private
got a bit of
clubs.
a word.
The people whose children
Sorry.
you raise.
so they've got time to get even fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
It ends today.
We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been. In the hands of the people who created it.
It ends today.
Screwed that one up, but you know.
Ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again. Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
Nice.
Well, an interesting
Cool.
acceptance speech there from the leaders of Advance, and our apologies for the fruity language. Hopefully, we got that bleeped out for you in time. If not,
Mostly.
we're going to be in trouble. So, as
I didn't get the ferret part of the ferret shit word, but I got the shit part.
at the National Nightly News, we'll be back tomorrow with full coverage
Come to Bumley.
under Advance. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
Right, looks
And
like you've
we're
got it
out.
now.
Good job,
Thanks for all the
everyone.
help, mate. I've got to
Right,
go.
full time
Ferry's
on
about to
board.
leave. Probably won't be coming back. Job's yours, mate. Good luck.
Same old boring politics then?
Is this some weird fever dream? Am I dying now or something?
You should be so lucky.
These people consider ferret a swear, yeah.
Lucky you. Try not to
true.
get murdered.
Segment grade B, yeah, I screwed it up a little.
When the programme's finished, you'll get a broadcast report. It's 3 pages. This first page shows you how well the broadcast went. Each sequence and an overall grade. Remember, grades mean bonuses, and they keep the boss happy. If you want to know more about how it went, select more info. If not, select continue to move to the next page. Right, this is an optional section for when you really want to understand
All
what
offensive words were censored, interference-free show, breathtakingly good edit. B.
bunch. And of course, you can really drill into the details if you want to get better at making TV. I never came here, never once. Right, this is the important page.
Small bonus, pog, broke ass 4.
Wealth you have overall. That bollocks at the bottom shows you the financial state of our main advertisers. But you don't own any fucking shares. You're a cleaner, for God's sake, so why would you care? This is the last page, and it tells you the state of the world, tells you how well the government's doing, and down the bottom there's This one's important. Tells you what Channel 1 currently thinks of you.
Of me?
In other words, what the boss thinks.
Move that down a little.
Alright, mate. Welcome to the archive. This is where you can have a quick look back at what you've done and how it looked to the public.
Alright.
There's 3 sections: broadcast, rushes, and adverts. Let's start with broadcast. Click on it now. Over on the left, that's all the broadcasts that you've done. Click on one of them and hit load tape. Once it's finished loading, you can use the rewind and the fast forward at the bottom there to help you get to the bit you want to see.
Load tape?
Well, in a few moments, we'll be going live to tonight's...
Interesting.
Mimi will be grilling...
Right, click on rushes and let's have a look at those.
Okay, I would like to just...
This is the rushes room. It's pretty simple. The 4 screens you can see, they're
Spoilers.
signals you got from the studio during the actual broadcast. Difference is you can mute any combination of them, so you can have a listen to the stuff you weren't allowed to show. Select the broadcast and give it a go, and when you're done listening to the backstage secrets, hit back.
Cool, save quit. Now we are going to go and do
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy.
Live and Spooky. I'm just gonna call this WNUF, I guess, because it basically is WNUF holiday or whatever stressor.
What a wild ride this has been.
All right, let's do a spooky one.
That's all coming up on time.
Oh. Ooh. So this is a DLC that I think I bought like 2 years ago. Ampersand, you love to see it. Oh, so these take place at specific points. That's fun. Hi.
Winston, welcome to your voluntary, see also compulsory night shift. Now, it's a little different from the news, but tonight you'll be working on one of our most popular fictional reality TV shows. I hear they're all the rage. Obviously, no one important has to do the graveyard shift, so I'll be clocking out now. I'll leave you in the capable hands of Diane. Toodaloo.
Hi, Alex. Welcome to the Live and Spooky team. Tonight, we're broadcasting live from an old film studio which is haunted by the vengeful spirit of a woman found dead in the basement. You know, standard stuff. Just before we start, we don't do adverts here, but we do have some old film reels to play in. The projector is hooked into your advert buttons and will automatically select the correct reel for us. If you look down under the desk, you'll see what I mean. There she is. The Adomatic Cinejector Mark III. Only one like it in the world.
Okay.
It self-loads the films for you and then converts them so they're ready to be broadcast. Unfortunately, all 3 reels are badly fire damaged. But no other copies exist, so we'll just have to make do with bits missing.
Yeah, well, farm girls make do.
At the end of each segment to play the films. Oh, and that device on the right, that's the Spirit Jammer. It prevents any wayward or malicious spirits from interfering with the show. Honestly, Gareth knocked it up in his garage and I don't think it does anything. But he assures me it's set correctly, so just don't touch it, I guess.
Not one to miss. That's just some of tomorrow's treats here on Channel 1. But now, without further ado, it's time to turn out the lights and keep your wits about you as we pass the airwaves over to the paranormal. Are you receiving me, Wayne?
Can you hear that?
Ah.
That is the sound of fate. Have you ever heard fate creep up behind you with a dagger in its back and a hallelujah on its lips? I have. Good evening, my friends, both in this realm and the next. Tonight we've come to a wretched place to uncover a dangerous case. Welcome to the Bannon Soundstage. Once a thriving studio at the forefront of innovation until tragedy. A horrifying accident, a devastating fire, and finally death itself.
I feel like Bannon is someone we meet in the game.
Spiritual medium, psychic communicator, lover. As I attempt to uncover the dark truth into Graham Bannon's infamous case show. Tonight on Live and Spooky.
Whatever. Oh, God.
Sorry, I didn't know things. Looks like the clock's shorted out. Oh well, it's not like we need it, right?
Damn.
But while I've got you, we might need your help to make things a bit spookier. Obviously, Wayne is very talented, but we've yet to actually capture anything paranormal, supernatural, or spooky whatsoever. So, for the sake of the audience, every now and then we help things along by using these ghost effect buttons. Our team has set up some little special effects around the building to spice things up. When Wayne needs an effect, they'll light up. Pick one of these 4 buttons to trigger the ghostly effects. The effect you choose will cue them where we want them to go next.
I think I'm probably pulling to 3? No, 2, definitely.
Tonight's episode features a very special guest, journalist, broadcaster, and all-round truth seeker, Patrick Bannon.
Good evening, Wayne.
You excited to join us tonight?
I'm excited, Wayne. Can't say I'm excited about all this dust, though. It plays havoc with my allergies.
Now, Patrick. Oh, what's that, love? Oh, my Patrick. I'm hearing from the spirit world. I'm hearing something that might shake your world to its very foundation. Is it true that you are, in fact, the one and only son of Graham Bannon?
Well, yeah. I mean, everyone knows that. Yeah.
The EMF reading is off the charts.
And, of course, we're joined, as usual, by our paranormal investigator and supernatural scientist, Dr. Ahmed.
Excuse me, Dr. Ahmed. What is an EMF?
Oh, forgive me, Mr. Bannon, I'm so sorry. Sometimes I forget that not everyone is as well versed in the terminology as myself and Mr. Spirit Whistle here. So, EMF stands for electric magnetic field. Essentially, it is a measurable energy signature given off by all forms of spectral phenomena.
And that thing being off the charts, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing for us?
Well, I mean, higher tends to mean that there is either a stronger presence or even multiple presences.
I'm locked in. I remember how to play.
In the business of hunting ghosts, I'd say yes, it's definitely a good thing, Patrick.
Words to trust there, Mr. Bannon. Our doctor here is the foremost expert in metaphysical science. What do you have for us this evening, Pet?
Well, I've actually stumbled onto something of a breakthrough here, Wayne. I've managed to actually expand the light spectrum visible to the human eye by refracting it through a specially vibrated flat prism. Cutting-edge technology actually allows us to see into the spirit world.
Ah, yes. Let's get the ghost cam switched on.
Oscillating optoelectronics.
Boom!
Ah! What was that for?
Branching, oscillating, octahedral optoelectronics.
Oh, yes, exactly. That's what I said. But of course, I do need a shorter name for that now, don't I?
Boom!
Ah! Please stop doing that.
Yes, Mr. Bannon, please do stop scaring poor Dr. Ahmed. Please continue, Doctor.
Thank you, Mr. Spirit Whistle. So,
Spirit Whistle?
we will be utilising my standard surveillance kit, which of course includes night vision capabilities, should we come into any problematic darkness, let's say. Oh, and additionally, I have taken the liberty of installing my branching up new devices all over the building. Tonight, we might actually be able to broadcast the image of a ghost for the very first time.
Oh, exciting stuff, that. Now, Patrick, your father built this place at the height of his illustrious career.
That's right.
The year was 1956. Hot off his success in music hall venues and comedy clubs around the country, Graham Bannon suddenly produces a TV script. A script that blows the mind of studio execs and leaves them scrapping over who will get to make it.
It was called Dying is Another Man's Job. Starred Graham as a daring Percival Peril. It was set to be a tour de force for your father, launching him to superstardom.
Ah, but it was to be the start of something much more sinister. 3 disasters struck, each more calamitous than the last.
I know.
And shortly after the tragic events that haunted this village, Graham Bannon suddenly disappeared from the limelight, never to be seen in public again.
It broke him. This place, the curse. My father had it all. Charm, talent, the weaselish good looks of a meerkat or some sort of stoked animal. But fate came in and cruelly stole it all away.
Built in '57, the Bannon Soundstage was to be the home of a brand new televisual sensation of a scale never seen on our screens before. Ah, the spirit, doomed to roam the wings and the halls forevermore. An unfortunate accident, a raging inferno, and a tragic loss of life. Left these walls cursed forever.
Of course, production was shut down following Marie Murphy's mysterious passing. And since then, there have been misguided attempts to make use of this very building. None survived.
What?
Succeeded. None succeeded. Sorry, succeeded.
We'll investigate those tales as we delve deep into the ruins of this once flourishing enterprise. Wait.
Nice.
Who's there? A spirit? A spirit beckons.
We can test out the branching octahedral oscillating optoelectronics.
Boom!
I want that first ghost effect any second now. The script calls for them to go to the costume room first. So when the button lights up, hit the coat hanger button at the bottom there.
Everyone,
Okay.
Any moment now. Hey, speak to me, love. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
That's it. Now Wayne will run with the script and they'll lead on to the next location.
Please, spirits. Where does our journey lead us? Show me. Did you see?
Must be some sort of a poltergeist.
No, it's a tie. The spirit must be showing us where to go.
Anything to go by, it's a cry for help. Come on, Wayne mustn't handle the spirits.
Oh. Oh, fuck.
Was the place
No, yeah.
where red backflips failed harness costume was created. It was the home to the late costume designer Marie Murphy, one of
It sounds like knockoff Hello Zep.
and most terrifying of all, it contains dangerous amounts of noxious fabric.
2, 1.
Here we are, Patrick, our first stop, the wardrobe department. Why is it you think the spirits brought us here first?
Well, makes a lot of sense, Wayne. Many people would say that this is where the accident was caused.
With that injured stuntman, Brent Backflip.
That's exactly right.
Well, say more.
Well, wouldn't like to point fingers, Wayne. But if I were going to, and I am going to, I'd point all 8 of mine and my thumbs squarely at Marie Murphy.
The costume designer.
The very same. In this way, at that desk, probably, she sat there making the costumes for the show. The costume. And plunged an innocent man to his death.
Brent Backflip didn't die though, did he?
What? He didn't die, no. But the same plunge.
I just have not much to say about this one.
And what do you think happened to the harness, Patrick?
Well, I wouldn't like to speculate, Wayne. But if I were going to, and I am going to, I'd say poor workmanship, laziness, foolhardiness. Basically, she dropped the ball. And the ball was a man.
Such a small thing can have dire consequences. A seemingly insignificant thing like the costume girl can mean life or death.
Absolutely. Look, we all make mistakes. But sometimes mistakes cost lives. Or in this case, legs.
We have Danny Patrick, the dead. Edge us forward. Give us a sign. Do you hear that, Patrick? Do you hear that?
I can hear something, actually.
Sounds to me like an old song, probably from the show itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's the theme tune to Dad's old show. He used to hum it all the time while he was reading and then burning all of his fan mail.
There's no time to lose. Let's go see what this spectral sign entails.
The prop store was the lab of Cedric Sloan, master prop maker of Venom's failed production. After Brent Backflip's accident, rumors concerning the prop dumbbells shone the cold, hard light of suspicion.
When you've heard Hello Zep as many times as I have, you know Hello Zep by ear. That's Hello Zep.
The prop store, vital to every production, and this one was no exception. Please do come in, Mr. Bannon. Does the name Cedric Sloan mean anything to you?
Not really, should it?
Well, perhaps. From what we could dig up, he was the prop master during the making of Dying is Another Man's Job. A very vital role, would you not agree, Mr. Bannon?
I suppose so, yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
Not only that, but he was a military man, dishonorably discharged, no family to talk of, no friends, just his work and
Doing good.
The accident.
Yes, you're right, I remember now. Something about him making a prop that was too heavy, and then that could have been the reason Brent failed or something.
So you do remember, Mr. Bannon. Well, the stories surrounding Mr. Sloan are intriguing.
They're not giving me very interesting angles besides this one.
Lost between him and your
Like what, I want to go to the black and white one here, and then this one which is focused on nothing.
Look down on him and the rest of the crew, believing he was too good for them. Now that kind of attitude breeds resentment, and if there's enough resentment, that can attract some very nasty spirits, Mr. Bannon.
No, I'm not sure any of this is fair on my father. I think biology...
Like, you're not supposed to stay on any shot for like more than 10 seconds.
We don't even talk to.
But wasn't it true? The props were your father's idea. He insisted the stuntman keep them on him during the climb despite their encumbrance.
Is this like a gotcha interview?
But the character of Percival Peril would have been a bit lesser if it hadn't been for his signature dumbbells. I challenge you, mate, to look heroic without performing a quick bicep curl.
Signature indeed, though perhaps signing a potential death warrant rather than creating the iconic story your father wanted. After all, with all these props lying around, there was ample opportunity
Ooh, that's kind of a fun one.
Cedric Sloan to exact his revenge. If that's what he wanted.
Yeah, well, it was an accident. That's what everyone decided, didn't they? So.
But was it the truth, Mr. Bannon, or is something more sinister at work here? I think we need to dig a little deeper to find it out. And maybe about to get some help with that.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, are we getting this? Tell me we're getting this. My God.
It looks like what a jellyfish would see. On acid.
They're showing us something.
Some sort of light?
Yes, light. There's only one place in this building with lots of lights.
The stage.
Exactly. Quickly. The departed are not patient.
Nice. 3, 2, 1. Oh.
The stage is the location of Brent Backflip's failed stunt, where he plunged to the ground below. It is situated above the long-sealed vault and the dark secrets it contains. This is where
Hello, Patrick Bannon. I want to play a game.
and literally, at least until the installation of breaks.
Hello?
Of course, the spirit would lead.
Did the audio dip out?
Accident. This is where he wants us to find something. Perhaps the spirit is the unfortunate Brent himself.
That's probably a bit unlikely.
Oh.
He lives near me. I saw him on Thursday. I'm pretty sure he was buying a shitload of toilet roll and a jazz mag.
Yes. Well, the fall wasn't fatal.
only to his career. The inebriated idiot never worked again. Serves him right.
Well, this is where the stunt failed, isn't it, Patrick?
Yes. He was supposed to be scaling that building when he fell and broke both his legs.
I'm sensing that, yes. I'm getting a bit of tibia over here and a bit of fibula over there and, yes, patella. I know you're there.
Honestly,
Right, Wayne, what are we doing here?
if a TV station was flipping between these 3 specific screens, I would be like, just fucking stay on this.
Patrick, okay, something will answer our questions. Have a look, Patrick. Yes, all right. I'm getting into something there beneath the carpet, something important. No.
But the viewers are fucking loving it.
Bring it over here, Patrick.
It appears to be Brent Backflip's wallet, inexplicably.
Unbelievable! The aura, yes, it's powerful. Oh, I'm gonna try something here, okay? It's a bit dangerous, but don't worry, I have a spirit keeper protecting me from harm. Shit.
Oh, shit.
Patrick, it's me, it's Brent.
Oh my god.
I'm taking over this vessel. This is a possession.
Is that what it is? Oh god, Christ. Okay, you alright in there, Wayne? You okay?
Your elegant friend is safe and well. I'm maybe using it to cover my name. I wasn't at fault, Patrick. I wasn't at fault.
No! Don't you give me that bullshit, please, Brent.
Me wallet, Pat!
Don't call me Pat.
Me wallet!
Oh, Chris.
Check me wallet. What happened there? What did he say?
Not sure, very confusing. It was very strange. He spoke in an accent I didn't recognise at all.
What happened?
Right, yeah. He said something about the wallet. Check the wallet.
What devilish things could such a rogue keep hidden there?
Right. Looks to me like a 10-year sobriety chip.
Ooh.
Letter to his loving mother, half finished. Photograph, lots of very attractive men, all looking happy together. Newspaper clipping, local man champions safety at work. What could it all mean?
Well, if you ask me, sounds like we were wrong about Brent. Terribly wrong.
So what caused the accident then?
Well, I don't know. I didn't bring us here. Seems like we may have hit a dead end there, Patrick. The energy in this space is one of frustration. Perhaps just another unsolved mystery.
Damn this curse!
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll have more luck with our next mystery. But first, we'd like to show the viewers at home a clip from a never-before-aired documentary.
Yes, my father originally ordered it cancelled, out of respect.
The footage was itself damaged in the fire. The very fire we'll be investigating in just a minute. So,
Stand by to play the footage.
roll the tape.
Cool.
I'm your host, Harold
A wallet full of treasure determined the fate of Brent Backflip.
Tonight we bring you a special program where we take a closer look behind the scenes of a forthcoming television sensation. Masterminded by Graham Bannon, seen here.
It's a shame all the film
What?
crew the damage to the fire. Think what we could learn if we
To
could
revolutionize entertainment.
Neat.
Bannon has just completed construction on this state-of-the-art studio and production facility.
That hasn't changed at all, has it? I mean, it wasn't like Patrick one second, then not Patrick the next, or anything like that, was I?
No, Mr. Bannon.
No, right. So who around here do you think might be the authority on exactly what Bannon temperature might be?
I measured that with a degree.
Well, not close enough, it would seem.
He's going on about the water.
Have another go.
Honestly, he does it every single time. Watch.
I said not to touch that. Seriously, just leave it alone. Oh, well, yeah, that's exactly it. Just don't do it again.
Hydration means thank you.
Watch New Ghost.
I just wish he'd spend a little less time tinkling on his ridiculous new shoes and more on filming the show like we're paying him to do.
I actually like Gavin's new trainers. I think they're
Okay,
quite...
let's just start. Mr. Bannon, over here if you would.
You'll come in with this one?
Welcome back to Live and
Oh, fuck.
Before the break, we explored a number of rooms in this old building.
Twitched.
The long abandoned Bannon soundstage, and while the spirit world is
Hello?
present, it can only be felt in certain places and at certain times.
So what exactly caused the accident then, Wayne?
Well, Mr. Bannon, while we did follow some spectral signs during our preliminary investigations, we were unfortunately unable to discover the true cause of the accident so long ago that marked the beginning of Graham Bannon's woes. Normally, the spirit world uses a couple of signs to point us in the right direction before finally revealing their message for us.
Yeah, it's a shame we didn't find out what caused the accident. They normally find something in the final room.
Communication and conveyance.
Indeed, and it's rare that this trick lets us down, but it has been known to happen on rare occasions. I am confident, however, that we'll be able to uncover the truth of the fire, the next unlucky event in the production's history.
Yes, it was never actually proven at the time, but blame was
Let me tell you, this one's fucking boring.
the costume girl, who sadly was found dead shortly after
Right.
on these premises. Hopefully tonight we'll be able to find out exactly why.
Planning on finding some clearer talking ghosts, are we, Wayne?
Well, funny you should ask, Patrick, as you might be the one they're talking to. Thanks to Ahmed's incredible ingenuity, we now have the ability to cover the rest of the building, not one room at a time, but simultaneously.
Yeah, you're just producing an episode of Ghost Hunters.
Fills up. Garrison of the polarity will become
What?
and it'll take a while for it to restabilize and get back up and running again.
There's a built-in light service over here should you find the need. And should you run into any darker environments?
Excellent, Doctor.
The base game is better than this.
No, I'm hearing something. Yes, the great beyond is asking for you, my pet. Come over here. Yes, you're the one we need.
You're the one I want.
What a pleasure it is to be joined by this lovely creature. At the moment I saw her, I just knew she'd be wanted.
This poor creature.
Spirit, of course. What's your name, darling?
My name's Holly.
Lovely.
Good, terrible angles for me.
Normally, Holly.
I'm Patrick's Mr. Bannon's assistant. I'm his long-suffering, ever so understanding assistant. Though, to be honest, it's probably because nobody else wanted the job.
Well, I have a feeling that you might even be integral to tonight's event. But don't worry, there is nothing to be nervous about. Look, Dr. Ahmed and I are professionals. We've been doing this for years, and we would never let anything happen to you. Right then, let's split up, explore the building, following our instincts and the signs that the ghosts leave for us, hoping to uncover some clues as to what really happened in that fire all those years ago.
Right, and this is all safe, is it? I mean, I'm not massively keen on the idea of me and my staff having to wander around the building on our own, in the dark, with this poxy thing, climbing up ladders, running downstairs. Sounds to me like a health and safety nightmare.
Patrick, calm down. I'm sure everything will be fine. And besides, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Am I right?
Absolutely, Mr. Bannon. Don't worry, you're in safe hands with us.
What? Alright, good.
Hopefully that's segment 2.
We have a haunted building to explore and some mysteries to...
People are loving it, Jerry.
So you see those readouts on their screens? That shows how safe they are from spiritual interference.
What?
They're nice and calm and green, so no problems there.
Towards the stage area.
Hello?
Okay, this got a little interesting.
To the depths of the Bannon soundstage.
This is really cool. So there's so much over here.
You're okay, Ollie. You can do it. It's just...
Yeah, they can measure some fucking crazy stuff.
To be in a sort of...
Hello?
You can see this, in a sort of,
Hello?
thing now.
I've only got Patrick now?
There's, can you see this?
What?
Oh god. Hello?
Hey. Hey. Stop it.
I mean, I've seen enough horror things to know. You don't go towards the light, do you? You definitely, you don't go towards the light. That's probably not what they wanted to do anyway. Okay. Okay, I'm going up some stairs now.
Not sure I've been here before. It's very dark, I can tell you.
Angie, I'm heading down towards...
There's somebody out to find me.
Wow, this is now a just god-awful broadcast.
Okay. We're down.
I love to hear fragments of sentences when I watch TV. Ghosties.
There is no such thing as ghosty. Something. No, I must have been imagining it.
So true. Must have been the wind.
Okay. Oh god. Oh, I wonder if any of this holds any spiritual energy as well.
Christ. Okay. Right.
Readers go off the charts at times. These were all used back in the day in the Kursh.
Why don't you just tell me the view that you want me to see?
Wait. I think I see some lights. I don't know if you're getting this, but... those lights... kind of spiritual energy, but...
No ghosts are fucking with my settings. If people got killed by ghosts live on TV, it would be great for views, yeah.
There's some equipment.
But regrettable. So true.
Okay, let's head back and see what we can get, okay?
Track back the way I came.
Okay. Jesus. The stairs. I heard something.
Yep. Oh, skids it now.
I should go around that corner, I tell you, because there's some lights there and I'm not sure what it is.
Let's all do the same fucking thing. Go back.
There shouldn't be any light down there. It's just me with the camera.
You can't save them all.
Ooh.
I tell you, this is very exciting, but I'm a little bit nervous. Because of the shape of the light, I think I'm going to go towards it. It looks like a warm, welcoming light.
Interesting. It's a ball.
All right, my loves. I'm here. Calm down, yeah? Calm down. That's it, good. Yes, hello. All right, darling. I'm here, okay? No, this isn't what we discussed. Calm, yeah? We're all... No, that's not very nice, is it? Very.
Very.
Now, how can I help you? Oh, don't go all silent on me. Sulking isn't gonna help, is it? Talk to me.
Oh.
So.
Oh, that was back there.
It's in peace, yeah?
I think.
Is that right? Peace?
Oh. His ass is gone.
I'm sure it's nothing, but while I'm gone, keep the controls matched to the white bars. Gareth said, if the lights are green, ghosts can't be mean. But if lights are red, you'll end up dead. I guess that's not reassuring, is it? Sorry. Fuck, okay, I have to.
I can't believe it.
That dude got grave encounters.
Even if we use it off the chance to get there's a ghost. Some kind of spiritual energy through there.
Easy.
I think that door opened by itself. But it seems like there's a lot of spiritual energy here, so I'm gonna go.
What's this? Creepy mallet?
Okay, that is not the way out. Where the fuck am I going? Where the fuck am I going?
Even those sweet ghosts.
It's fine. Probably just. Really?
There we go. Just some doors doing shit.
Jesus, you just saw that as well, right?
No. Legitimately not. I was looking at the sensor.
For the shit. I'm gonna find a different way. What the fuck is it?
Okay. This is quite high.
Terrifying. Oh, God. Not worth it.
Alright, on Patrick now.
Everything is caked in dust. This is fucking ridiculous.
Choose one, or I will.
Choose one.
Yeah, I'll be great.
Okay.
Hello? Spirits, are you in here? Or Phantom, or Spectre, or whatever you like to be called? Oh, okay. Guess I better go investigate this then. Okay. What have we over here? Typewriter, lamp, boxes, Falcon in a little box, books, and script for Dying is Another Man's Job. Written by... No. That's what I mean. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty much done now. Thank you very much. No more scary things for me, thank you. I will be off.
Oh.
Aha! You've locked the door, haven't you? Very funny. That's very funny. But I will be going. Thank you so. Please open up. Yes. You're trying to scare me and it's not working. So, you've had your fun. Let me out. Who the fuck did that? No, I'm done. Thank you. No more of this bullshit. Woo! That was close.
To your left.
Patrick is stupid. Patrick?
Well, your turn.
Patrick?
go.
Patrick? No. Don't be stupid. Okay. You can do this. It's just a show.
Mm.
I seem to be going through one of the hallways this could lead to. Okay, I just heard that. Did anyone hear that?
Oh, okay. So before it said choose one, did I choose Patrick to die somehow?
Mr. Bannon? Mr. Bannon, can you hear me?
The last is mine.
Nope.
I think
That can't be good.
we might actually be coming on to something. Let's go and have a look. Mr. Bannon? Are you in here, Mr. Bannon? You sounded in distress. I could have sworn I saw him in here. Definitely residual readings in here somehow, but maybe they took him into.
I might need to try this game out. Fiddling with feeds and dials sounds like a dream activity. It's good. It's fun.
Don't worry, Mr. Bannon. We're coming for you. I don't understand.
There's a lot of different endings and stuff too.
You're a liar.
Keep your voice down when you're causing a scene.
No, this is not what we agreed, Greg.
This arrangement is better for us both.
Is it? Because I fail to see how I'm better off.
I'm doing you a fucking favour. You should be paying me for an opportunity like this. That's money, isn't it? You want more money?
I don't care about money. I want what I deserve, Graham.
Exactly what you deserve.
I'll tell them.
Oh.
And who'll believe you? Seriously, who will believe you, Marie? You're a woman.
Yeah, I am. But at least I'm not a fraud.
A little on the nose.
You won't last long, will you, Marie?
Live Dr. Ahmed reaction. Uh-oh. Ooh. Neat.
Oh, fuck this shit. No, I don't want to be here. There's ghosts. There's no such thing as ghosts. Okay, Ollie. You can do this. And just
I think the game is gonna jump scare me.
on 3.
Like a ghost will pop out and go boo.
2, 3. See? It's fine. Nothing happened. If anyone finds us later, if I don't get out, here's what I know, or at least what I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
I seem to have gotten into the projection room. There's some storage over here.
Wait, is that not where I am?
On what looks like the remnants of the fire. This is where they burnt the tapes and the scripts. Oh my god. Wow. strange that it's still here after all this time. I mean, I wouldn't want to clean up a haunted building either, but... As requested, we've gathered all original manuscripts for you, even copies previously taken off-site. We hope...
Is there not something on the back?
all the copies brought together. Well, too late for that question, I guess, now. You know, I wonder if this thing actually works. Wow! Oh my god, it must have been so cool to watch stuff on this back in the day. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So cool. Hang on.
Bannon.
Is that Graham?
We're only 2/3 of the way through. Spoggers.
Trip to the zoo! Visiting Great Aunt Ruth just one more time. There's no rest for the wicked. But what do they all have in common? That's right. It's Bannon Brandt. Jet setting across the globe. The cosmetics aisle. The salmon industry. You know it. It's Bannon... Other brands have gotten away with poor quality products. Until now. It's so good, I put my Bannon name on it. How could you go anywhere else? You couldn't. Not without Bannon.
I remember that guy being like among my favorites in this game. Because he's from the main story. Not this guy, but the other guy. Who's played by him. Let me tell you, when you like screen film,
right,
it doesn't look like that. If that only happens if the film is burned, like it's permanently fucked up. What is happening too?
PA, this has to be the most ridiculous thing I've had to do. Still, I hope he's all right.
They're not gonna like that.
Yes. And the others. I just wish this was over.
Me too.
I don't know what's going on, and I don't want to, and I don't want to be here. If that doesn't happen, and somebody finds this later, I suppose I better sign off. The battery's dying, and this is my only light.
Wow.
My name is Holly.
Cool.
Take a closer look here at the television project Sensation. Things are really not as they seem. How could you trust? Bannon, there's no rest for the wicked until they all know it.
Jesus Christ on a bike, that was a ride. Oh, this must be the vault below the stage. Greetings, my friends. If you're still with us, you join me here in the very room where Marie Murphy took her own life and sealed the fate in these here walls. Welcome to the finale of tonight's Live and Spooky. This wasn't exactly as I expected to get here, but it's not unheard of for an entity to bring only those with the gift of clairvoyance to them. But of course, only I, Wayne the Spirit Whistle, will be able to communicate with them either in this world or their own. Marie? It is you, isn't it, Marie? Don't fear me, okay, love? I may be powerful, but I'm also kind. Speak through me, Marie, so I can put you to rest.
His ass is gonna get killed. Oh.
So that's all we have time for.
Yep.
Fuck!
Oh, Grand Banner.
Fuck. I think that was actually some spirit shit there. Okay. So, Graham Bannon was there, but he didn't stop it. Holy shite.
Wow, I love being Logan Paul's switchboard operator. Come on, Spirit Whistle. What you got there? Oh, you got film.
Oh my word, this is gold. You struck gold, Wayne. Oh, okay, Marie. I hear you. I understand you. Don't you worry. I'll make sure this film is put to good use. Extremely good use. So, I'll leave you to it then, okay, love? No harm done. Just let me out and we'll...
Uh-oh.
No? No. No, please. No, I'm sorry. It was just a bit of a laugh. Just entertainment. I didn't mean any harm, honestly. I really didn't. Hey, look, take it. Take it. It's yours. I don't want it.
Good bit.
Percy, I can't believe you came.
I only came to say goodbye.
Goodbye?
That's what I said, ain't it?
What about your men?
What was that? Oh, wait.
Do you really mean that?
You calling me a liar, kid?
Ravenshade, thank you for the follow.
I can't tell you how happy that makes me.
Well, I guess this is it.
Yeah, it would end exactly where the burn split it. The film's done.
This is the way it has to be. But remember, I'll never forget you, Mary.
Do you promise?
Cross my heart and hope to die. And dying is another man's job.
Wow. Graham Bannon production. Like, that's not the visuals of a film that has already been burned. That is a film that is in the process of burning. Ooh. And I'm next? Is that it? Is that the bit? Oh, here she comes! Wow. For the wrath of the vengeful spirit. You didn't solve the mystery, you're dead. What? I didn't send anybody anyplace. I ain't doing that again. We'll never learn what happened. What a shame. Oh, that was interesting.
Dying is another man's job. Crying.
Okay.
On Channel 1, I'm going to be grouting with pop star Skinny.
And I'm going to be showing Arthur and Katie from the Sunny Happy Playhouse team how to tell their bits.
Okay.
Good evening. I'm Megan Wolf.
Okay, well, let's
Our main headlines tonight.
go back to yes, sir.
Every single one of you's a bit Jesus.
Yes. Okay. So as I said, in this run, what we're doing is we are doing everything anyone asks us to. You arrive home to find posts on the mat, most being nothing more than the usual junk mail. One letter, however, catches your eye. The team wants to know you. Curiosity gets the better of you and you open it. It's a form from the new advanced government asking for information on all citizens. The first page is filled in already. Your name, Alex Winston. Your spouse, Sam Winston. Your children, Charles Winston and Susie Winston, 14 and 19. Well, you muse. At least they got the basics right. The rest of the questions are left for you to complete. They appear to be mandatory. Question 1. Upon starting a new job, you would be productive and get to work immediately. Question 2. A colleague in a different department has confided in you that they've been taking home confidential information. Now, a file of minor importance has gone missing. You would be a narc. An entire department was fired today for consistent underperformance. Your boss has put in place new targets that are significantly higher than previous ones. You would stay late, of course. It's the annual company barbecue and you and your family have been invited. You are looking forward to it. You've had a long, successful career and are now about to retire. In your speech, you list your achievements and your good memories. In your spare time, you encourage and support your children with their hobbies. Your ideal holiday getaway would be a romantic getaway with your partner to a tropical island paradise. It is most important that the government keeps people equal. Thank you for your cooperation. Advance knows your time is valuable and we appreciate your help in leading the nation to a brighter future. Sign your name. Next. A family matter. It's late. Sam and the kids have gone to bed. You're just drying up a favorite coffee cup, a worn-out souvenir of your first trip together. The print's faded, but the goofy face still makes you smile. A knock at the window brings you back to reality. Oops, so goes gravity. In the garden, clutching a gaudy neon green suitcase is Chris, Sam's sibling. As soon as you let them in, they sit at the kitchen table, visibly stressed. Chris takes a deep breath. There's a little gasp there. I'm so sorry for bursting in so late, Alex, Chris stammers, but I need a favor and you're the only one I can ask. No problem, sir. You must have seen all this crazy advanced stuff, the Assets and Wealth Act, they're calling it. Taking people's hard-earned money to fund the lazy. It's bullshit. You've never seen Chris this agitated. I'm not saying the top 1% or whatever don't have stupid money, Chris adds hastily, but they can afford it. But they can afford it. People like me, we're gonna lose everything. That's awful, but I'm not sure how I can help. You were always the well-off one in the family. They're going to take everything, Alex, but everything I've spent my life building. I can't let that happen. I need a favor. Chris eyes find the floor tiles. I need to borrow your passport. My passport? Why? They've taken mine in half the bloody countries, but people always say you and I look similar, so... Chris is pacing now. I need to leave before it's too late. Once I'm out, me and my money will be safe, but I need to go now before they freeze my accounts. Please, Alex, I wouldn't ask if I had any other choice. Okie dokie! You climb the stairs to your bedroom, careful not to wake Sam, who is cocooned in the duvet as usual. You open the wardrobe, unlock the safe, and retrieve the passport. A sleepy voice breaks the silence. Alex, what's going on? Chris is downstairs. They're leaving the country and need my passport. Sam sits bolt upright now, all thoughts of sleep gone. What? They're leaving the country? Are things really that bad? Apparently, but they'll be fine if they can leave. Chris can take my passport and get out. The worry lines on Sam's forehead seem to relax. Thank you. We have to look out for family, and if I know my little Chrissy, it's probably all one big overreaction. Exactly. Let me just take this downstairs and then I'll be up to bed. You close the safe and head back downstairs to find Chris at the table fidgeting. They jump up as soon as you re-enter the kitchen. So, have you got it? Yes, here. Good luck. For the first time, Chris smiles. It's infectious. Thanks, I really appreciate this. I'll get back in touch once I'm safely out of the country. Chris takes the passport and, breathing a sigh of relief, grabs the nigh-on fluorescent suitcase and heads out into the night. You head to bed, hoping you can prise some of the duvet away from Sam without waking. Alright, day 8. Grape Ape. What is this again? Yellow.
Alright, mate, it's Dave. Oh, Christ, it's noisy in here, Jesus. Right, hang on, let me just get out some flags, darling. Yeah, I'll take that one with me. Cheers. Right, oh, that's better. Let's get set up and get on with it, eh, so I can get back to my guests. First of all, let's get the power on. You need to get at least the bottom 4 plugs on. Right, let's load up the adverts. You might want to have a bit of a think about it. Your decisions have consequences, don't they?
So Crazy Neil, obviously. Advance, the government wants me to play this. What did this say? Should be played. Okay. Skin cream. Should we play this? Is this toy safe? Should we play this? That's leaving the question up to me, which doesn't fit with my programming. Mr. Snugglehugs, sure, fuck it.
See, they finally got the old headline system up and working again, and the Vision Mixer's already in headline mode, because headlines always come at the start. It's really simple, mate. These 2 buttons at the bottom of the Vision Mixer, you can see they now have A and B on them. They're to help you pick image A on the left bottom screen here, or image B on the right bottom screen here. It's really simple. This little clock here will count down the number of seconds you have to make your decision. Provided you make a decision in that time, you're fine. And you can change your mind as much as you want until the clock reaches 0. But if you don't make any decision, you'll be fired before you even get to make another choice.
Damn.
I just want to say one more thing, mate. The pictures you choose to show of these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them, and that's going to affect their lives. So, like with the adverts, choose carefully.
No,
and we're off. Good luck, mate. If I get time, I'll call you back in the next break. Yeah, I'm coming, darling.
My friend Janet says there's
That dude is never coming back.
Have their own secret language.
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon. 10 seconds, everybody.
Not the best source of consumer advice, then.
Don't blame me when it explodes. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Dawson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future might hold with a leading economist and radical free thinker. With the Assets and Wealth Act on the brink of raising living standards for the vast majority of the country, I'll be asking my guess if we're on the way to a new future. Out with the old, Remington's Fist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archive.
So being a yes man, to me, is showing the best of everyone.
At the age of 23, becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington has always impressed. She was top of her class at university and graduated with the highest honours, immediately being asked back to lecture. The markets have responded favourably to Sophia's appointment, with stocks rising 30 points in light of the announcement.
Oh shit, I should put on some Remington's fight
Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snugglehugs. Sophia promises it will be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product's safety. Making a splash. Intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong and marine biologist Ingrid Swarsborg-Horgensford have set off to explore Dante's taint. The recently discovered cave system was previously thought unreachable, but thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater flower technology, the pair hope to successfully reach the...
Look at this fucking disheveled man. They said this dude is ready for broadcast.
Of course, only the latest in a series of successful expeditions for this unlikely pairing. In a joint statement about the dangers their team might face, the pair stated, "We will face the plentiful challenges together like we always have." Playing the field, rumours abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is snapped leaving Bush, one of the capital's hottest clubs.
He always looks like that, so true. He only gets worse.
Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very programme.
Oh, that fucked up for a second.
Here with socialite and performance artiste Tiffany L'Amour, whose recent show, Snatched Inside My Snatch, has kept her firmly in the public eye. Could romance be
The
on
most shoveled he gets.
budding A-listers? And grievous bodily charm. With advance promising a radical new position on crime, how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective. With more and more people saying they're scared to walk the streets alone at night, could this be exactly the right time for Advance's new approach? All that, and Megan Wolf with a group of young actors who are already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Oh, fuck. Okay. We're getting this interference shit. Perfect.
In the wake of the government's swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office and what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they promised. But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think that Advance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan?
It's all in my book. Alan James is Right, Jeremy. We're to become the great herd, ignorant, sterile, and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's all in my book. Alan James is...
Shamelessly self-promoting? Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance are the most disruptive threat that the world powers have faced since the last Great War.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't
And this will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking...
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, who will be laughing then?
That might be a great way to start books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to...
He's great for ratings, man.
Democracy is dead.
Yes, Advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is that the Wealth and Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people. Maybe they've rebranded, but it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychic paedophiles.
But based on the facts, Katie, what are your predictions?
It's a lot.
The Assets and Wealth Act is only the first step. Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding our public services, they're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research. And
They kept that one going.
As I call them in my book, Frankenscience and opiates. Like opiates, see?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Ellen?
This is the issue. It's all coming from the water, the chemicals. They're pumping it full of belief juice.
Don't get me wrong, I want to see these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after spending half of our GDP on dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat here.
I do think that
All right,
it's interesting.
quickly, Alan. What does the future look like to you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
Oh, of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating law and order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
Perfect.
You know, I think they might do some good.
I hope so too, Jeremy.
Are you being paid by them then?
So you've got the I've never heard so much shit in my life.
Well, we'll see who's full of shit, won't we?
Alan, I can explain it to you, but unfortunately I can't understand it for you.
Run out of things to dress up and you want your house to look
Well, I
like
don't know
a
what you
Christmas
meant by
bomb
that.
has hit it, then we've got the ornaments for you.
Oh. I think I like the belief juice water flavor. It's so tasty. I think it is interesting that the game chooses to explore the idea of a totalitarian leftist government instead of a totalitarian fascist government.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country. Advance have tasked what they are calling a solutions team to move this serious social problem to the top of the list. Tonight, we go behind the headlines to meet the people who live with the criminal justice system every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory Judge, a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
What's it like on the front line of the hard face of the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country. We're working every hour we can just to try and cope with the caseloads on our desk.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can barely keep up with demand, Jeremy. There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic level to relieve the problem.
Greg?
We need more support from ministers. What are you doing? We need change at a structural level,
I'm
Jeremy.
leaving, Greg.
Not a good time, darling.
It never is it? I'll be at my mother's.
Just hang on. No, the problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No. Well, the affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Judge.
We need legislation to relieve
It's a lot.
on our public
Sorry
servants.
to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving him?
Yes, I totally understand. Quite a picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. Next, I'm joined by Police Chief Constable Bob Peel, a man with a very different perspective on our nation's crime. Do you think there's a problem with the system, Bob?
I'm sure.
I've divorced him. Oh, fuck.
We all long for a return to the days when you could safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife or kosh.
So you feel the streets simply aren't safe anymore? Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral decay. We've diluted our culture.
Oh, fuck.
Citizen of this once great country. Also, as the vicar noted in Sunday's sermon, we probably shouldn't have banned hanging.
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays and gypsies mainly. It's all in the Bible. Look, Leviticus clearly states that... Oh, bugger, hang on a moment. Jeremy, your bloody gimp's escaped. Delia, Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear? As I was saying, Jesus didn't like immigrants much, did he?
And just to be clear, you think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral decay?
Absolutely, Jeremy. Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
Oh, sorry, darling. I was spaying the badgers.
Yes, I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson. Clive, could you put him back as well?
Oh, Clive, you know it's Wednesday. You go back in your gimp space.
And
Off you go.
whose responsibility is it to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white people of
Darling,
this...
where's the padlock?
Oh, hold on just a moment.
Oh, Clive. Naughty boy. Mummy said...
Clive, I am not having this again.
Mummy said get back in your gimp space. No! Naughty! You beast, Clive!
As I was saying, Jeremy, moral decay. Crime is the responsibility of the criminal, no one else. Look, everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as barbarians, do we? Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A-, does she go on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of her pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Peel there, really locking down the police's position on morality for us. And finally tonight, hopefully uninterrupted, it's time to get to the heart of the matter. Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault, burglary, and menacing a swan. He's agreed to talk to us today.
Oh, the swans.
So I believe his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank.
Doesn't seem consensual.
No, I'm not going to be doing that. Can you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony?
Titwank Tony. Hey! Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but it's a constant battle against institutionalisation, as you can imagine. And obviously, titwanks are quite hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Titwank Tony. Hey! Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party. Good bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to let you get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Titwank Tony! Hey! I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez.
Sopen!
Yeah, I think asking that is an oversimplification.
It sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on.
Yeah, are you having ducky time, Archer?
Have you been able to find a new job?
Yeah, all the boys are here. There's Big Chris,
Oi, oi.
Little Chris,
Oi, oi.
and Vampire Chris.
This one's, yeah?
Yep.
One sec, love. Titwank Tony's on the news. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Jez. It's just not set up for it, you know? It's inherently unjust.
Sopen!
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this?
Sopen!
You are joking. Chrissy Free Bollocks has only got Mr. Fancy, oh. Not now, fellas, I'm on the news.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
For the little boy.
Oh, I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here.
Jesus!
Yes, we seem to be losing the signal
No
here, Tony.
fucking way, let's believe that!
Well, we're just trying to get that signal back. Yes, Tony? Tony, I mean, we're literally away for 2 seconds. How has this happened, Tony? Can you hear me?
Yeah, the problem with surprise parties.
Well, we seem to have lost our...
Thank you. Archer brought me ducky.
I
appreciate it.
Understanding of the serious and... After the break, Megan will be live with some plucky young thespians.
Ooh. Oh, fuck.
1 minute back, everybody.
What do we got here?
Mate, I ain't got long and I'm quite drunk. It's been a great night. In this next section, there's a bit of music. If you edit in time with the music, you can see the result on the Vision Mixer, and the public will love that. Don't worry if you don't know, you won't get punished for it.
Oh, that's right. There's a bunch of musical numbers in this game.
When the music starts, turn down the broadcast volume. Right, enjoy the music bit. God, I love music. God, I'm so pissed. I think I'm okay.
Imagine playing this game with the broadcast volume up at all.
Be sure that your children will be well equipped in the march towards progress. After all, there's nothing better than
10
moving
seconds,
forward.
everybody.
The advanced go
You're not open on Megan.
Forward.
Camera 2.
Thank you.
4, 3.
Welcome's Black. I'm Megan Wolfe, and on tonight's Culture Spot, I'll be chatting with one of the first beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act, a team of inspiring young people from Scritchford Sixth Form College who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my oldest.
I'm the older, more popular one. Only joking.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
Oh, that's right. I remember this guy now.
Shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey, let's actually do something.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget cuts. Fortunately,
You like that?
I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Oh, right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's me, Jeff Algebra, maths teacher.
Maths is really important.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history. Aristotle
I
believed
just think that when we travel around all these problem schools and the poor kids see us, they say, hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful and powerful thing. We touch our audiences and they touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like Algebra, there was really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just want to bring a bit of song and joy into people's lives.
and teach people about the difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter.
And I think you're going to be showing us an extract from this play, aren't you?
That's right.
Extract?
Put into context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah, because in a way she's like all of us.
It's like a metaphor. Maybe she's you at home, or like maybe
Yeah, they're going to bully these kids so hard.
Thanks, Steve. Put it in, Coach. Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it. That's it, that way. So, Jeff, when did you first hear about the grants?
2 days ago. A letter from Advance arrived at the school. Now, the headmaster thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
Wow, how did you react?
I also threw it in the bin. But then Harriet and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic mainly. But we did used to watch that Peter Clements DIY show back in the day. And so we thought, why not? Let's have a go at this whole democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we ballywell are.
Good stuff.
Fucking brilliant!
So, let's have a look at a short section of Hey, Friendship.
Dear Diary, I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears.
Tears.
Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone.
Alone.
Dreading what might be around every corner.
What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner?
Oh, hi Gary.
Oh heavens no! It's Gary the Fist! Gary the Fist!
Going somewhere, little first year? Great. I've been looking for some poor victim to bully all morning. But will this make me feel better about my violent father?
Violent father. Excuse me, I'm late for maths. Is my
I'm pretty sure this woman is 30 years old.
Maths is for losers.
What?
Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck, Coach.
Keep going, for fuck's sake!
Right, maths is for losers. Now, give me your lunch money. Double lunch for me today, but why am I only truly happy when I'm eating?
Not today, Gary the Fist.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? Oh, my arm's free, Coach.
Brilliant, keep going.
Right, who are you to stand up to me? I'm Gary the Fist.
and you're just a sad little girl with 2 gay dads who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist. These are my 2 new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team.
Yeah.
And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah. But I can't fight all 3 of you, and I don't have any friends of my own.
Oh, there he goes. Oh.
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face. I could be you. She could be you. And you could be me.
Or you could be me.
Life can be peachy keen if you work as a team.
It's my choice to be mean. So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Hey, listen up, I won't take no crap. Who said middle class girls can't rap? I ain't afraid of your cruel laps. I'm a mother loving rebel, but I still love maths.
Hey, kids, I'm Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist, but that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist. I grew up on a council estate. The park was hip, but the flats weren't great. My dad used to come home drunk and late, and he'd hit my mum if for dinner he had to wait. Where's my dinner?
It's not ready.
Where's my dinner, woman?
Go.
Don't make me ask you again.
Hitting women is wrong.
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate. 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 It's so damn hard on a council estate.
Life can be peachy keen.
Yeah.
If you work as a team.
Just work as a team.
It's your choice to be me.
It's my choice.
So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Friendship!
Pog.
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for tonight on the National Night.
Well, you said she's a paraplegic mainly made it sound like it was a job she got paid for. Yeah.
The country. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
Oh, that was brilliant!
What the literal fuck was that?
I believe that was art.
Kids,
I
you
believe
love
I've got a
them,
14-inch
we love
cock,
them,
but it doesn't make
and
it
they
so.
just love with his state-of-the-art human-like voice to keep them company when you can't.
If you keep me happy, I'll keep you safe.
And his incredible real-action eyes.
I hope your mummy and daddy
Really love this Furby.
won't be bad.
It's no wonder Mr. Snugglehugs is the gift your child wants this Christmas.
All the other kids have.
Man, it's all coming back to me like 3 years later here. I remember Gary the Fist.
Only like people who have me as their friend.
Oh, Mr. Snugglehugs, you're so silly.
So let me put in a Crazy Neil, since I think I'm the only one who has access to it.
Snugglehugs in stores now and selling out fast.
Alright, good to know. A+, Pog. I thought I did better on the second one than that, but broke ass poor. Oh, worrying dad. Advance is more loved, and I'm more loved. do quite like this game. A late night. You get to the theater early and Sam's already there waiting, dressed to the nines. You smile widely as you join hands and take your seats in the private box. You could certainly get used to this. The tickets arrived on your doormat on Monday with a typed thank you from Chris. You'll get your passport back soon enough, apparently. The show isn't to your usual taste, a pretentious opera in a language you know for a fact that Chris doesn't speak either. Still, the complimentary drinks sure go down smooth. Dink. Love that. When the show finally ends, how many bows do these people need? You stand in line to get your coats, and Sam has you in creases with a hilarious impression of the conductor, arms flailing wildly. The couple in front of you are talking about the relocation of people who couldn't pay their new tax bills. Sounds awful. Sam smiles gratefully at you as you both think of Chris, safe and sound. When you get home, you're still laughing as Sam heads upstairs to shower before bed. You notice your 14-year-old son isn't home, and there's a note in the kitchen on the kitchen table in his almost illegible scrawl. It says he's at a friend's house. You trust Charlie. He'll be home soon. Yes, sir, my son. It's one night. He's got to start taking responsibility for his own decisions sometime. What's the worst that could happen? Charlie is dead. And it's your fault. Oh no, a call from school. Family answering machine crackles into life. Who could be calling you and your spouse while you were at work? Good afternoon, this is a message for the Winston family. It's Mrs. Smith calling regarding your son Charles. The tinny old woman goes on. That music kind of fucks. I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for it, but he wasn't in school today and we hadn't heard from you that he would be absent. I'd like to remind you we do require all absences to be authorized in advance or, in exceptional circumstances, for parents to ring first thing in the morning. Not how American school works, but okay. Please see to it that it doesn't happen again. Thank you, goodbye. Someone has some splaining to do. You're leafing through the pile of accumulated posts. Each new bill pulls on your gut like a lead weight until a flash of blue makes you pause. You recognize the Teal Advance logo on the envelope. You tear it open. Dear Winston residents, this is your second reminder letter regarding the Assets and Wealth Redemption Scheme. Please submit your passports to your nearest government office as soon as possible in order to register for the scheme. You cannot receive your share of the national rebate without submitting these documents. You knew there would be consequences, but that doesn't make it easy. We work as a team and we are rewarded as a team. Forwards, together, Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Chris is safe, that's all that matters, you hope. A tight Christmas. Tight. Team is always the most trustworthy word seen in an official document, yeah. You can't help but crack a smile as you look around the table. The snow has settled on the grass outside. The kids are pulling a cracker. Hey, cracker. Sorry. The spirit of David Cage overtook me for a moment. While your elderly mother tries to keep her eyes open. You did always have a soft spot for Christmas. You're sitting at the head of the table now. Your dad's place. Across from you is Chris's empty seat. Probably on a tropical beach somewhere, you think. You catch Sam's eye, who breaks into a smile, clearly thinking the same thing. Even without Chris, the food has had to be stretched a little thinner this year, but no one seems to notice. Christmas can really be a wonderful time. You look around the room at your family. You make a toast. You stand and raise your glass and become the most obnoxious family member. Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm glad we're all here. Well, most of us. There are murmurs of cheers and much clinking of glasses. Your daughter, Susie, seizes the opportunity to corner you. You know how you love me. You raise a questioning eyebrow. I'm not going to like this, am I, you joke. You know me and my friends are planning on going traveling this year. Susie begins innocently. Well, I was hoping you'd help me with the money. You laugh. You lie. I knew it. I'm a mind reader. You chuckle as your 19-year-old daughter rolls her eyes. You would— oh, dude, that's a fucking Nikon FM. That is the camera that Susan has. It's like an you know, it's a fakey brand, but that's the Nikon FM2. Maybe the FM1. Anyway. I wish you could say yes without worrying, but now that your mother's had to move in, things aren't quite as simple anymore. Just how much are we talking here? Only a few hundred, she mumbles as she pushes a stray pea around her plate. It takes a great effort for you not to spit your mulled wine across the table onto your elderly mother. I know it's a lot, darling, Sam interjects, but trains are expensive. This is a great opportunity for her, and I did already say she could go. You're right. We'll make it work somehow. Yes, sir, my wife. Susie grins, stretches ear to ear. You mean it? That's so great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The mood soars as Sam puts a paper hat on your head and Charlie takes pleasure in reading everyone's god-awful cracker jokes. Fritz. The room is filled with voices and laughter. Looking around at your grinning family, your mother whispers, "Your father would be so pleased." You dab your eye with a napkin. You feel very lucky. Oh, fuck. That hurt my throat. Mom, why'd you whisper like that? Crazy. A long weekend. Why is the zip on this damn case never close? It's your anniversary. Every year you and Sam go away for the weekend, usually camping. You're not made of money. You've been looking forward to it for ages. Finally getting some time alone together where you can forget about the noise of life. No kids, no work, just a bit of romance and some peace and quiet. Zip finally gives up the battle and you drag the bulging suitcase down the stairs. They're clearly glamping. The answering machine is blinking on the hall table. Good evening, Alex. This is Mr. Bozeman. I'm calling to inform you that you will be required to work this weekend. Your heart sinks. Some information has come to light regarding the rising tensions between our nation and foreign powers, and the National Nightly News team will be working around the clock to ensure to break the story first. Needless to say, we'll expect your attendance tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. sharp. Have a pleasant evening, Alex. Shock turns into annoyance and then fury. Where are you going to tell Sam? Sam comes downstairs, brimming with excitement. Kissing you, they grab the car keys from the dish and start to load your bags into the back. Apologize profusely to your spouse, but you really should go into work. Bozeman's temper is legendary. Yes, sir, my boss. You sigh heavily. You're going in, aren't you? The voice behind you makes you whip around. You nod simply. I get it. Your family has always been your priority, but sometimes work has to come first. You should go. Sam pulls you close and holds you tight. A wave of gratitude washes over you. You unpack in disappointed silence. Sam goes on her own and is eaten by a bear. That last bit I made up, in case you can't see. Permission slip. Your son Charlie hovers at your elbow as you read. Do you find yourself striving to achieve? Are you an active member of the team? Do you like reaping the benefits of cooperation? Join the Advanced Go-Getters today. Forwards, together. This doesn't sound like the youth club he told you about. More like the you-know-what youth, am I right? Charlie grabs the flyer from you and thrusts the form into your hand. So I can walk there straight from school and Ben's sister can drop us home after. So you won't have to do anything. Yes, sir, my son. Your son is thrilled. It's heartwarming to see him so passionate about becoming an active part of the community. This can only be a good thing. I mean, like, in all fairness, he's been fucking truant. If he's joined the... At least we know where he is after school, you know? Profitable partnership. After a particularly long day at work, you come home to find the post sorted into piles as Sam has taken to doing recently. Most of it is the usual rubbish, but a letter with the increasingly familiar Advanced logo and urgent respond immediately plastered on the front in a correspondingly urgent red font grabs your attention. Best to get it over with. Dear Winston residents, this is a letter to inform you that the Advanced government has taken another step forwards in our fight for equality by nationalizing the largest private corporations and redistributing their resources among the citizens of this great country. The Partnership Bonds program ensures that wealth created by the people is delivered to the people. You don't remember this being in the manifesto. Every household will become a partner in one of 3 carefully selected institutions chosen by Advance for consistent high-performance financial security. Please note, all returns are based on public opinion and cannot be guaranteed. Please select one of the following: EOB, Neil's Deals Limited, or Pleasure Corp. Sport travel, or even just some you time. You can't say pleasure without pleasure without leisure. Hang on. You can't say pleasure without leisure. Whatever. Cosmetics, clothing, or couture. Always a steal from Crazy Neil. I'm gonna do Pleasure Corp because I've done Neil before. Thank you for making your selection. Please return this using the envelope provided. You will receive a report from your partnership in 3 to 6 working months. It seems that even Advance can't defeat the quagmire of governmental bureaucracy. So here's an interesting mechanic. The more ads you play of the company you just selected, the more money you make. So you get to control public opinion, and it directly benefits you. The future of this nation is in partnership. Forwards together, Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Just how much influence could you have? Yeah, I do think that's very cool. Teenage rebellion. Uh-oh. You step out of your old car in silence. Sam slams the door and you wince, hoping the door won't come off its hinges. You don't say anything, now's not the time. As you approach the front desk, you feel physically sick. The police officer asks you to wait. Yeah, there will be no terrible fallout for the rest of the country, nuclear or otherwise. Eventually, after what seems like an eternity, your daughter is brought out by an officer with a kind face. She's a good kid, but if we pick her up again for graffiti, we will have to charge her and kill her. You nod and apologize on Susie's behalf as Sam hugs your shell-shocked daughter. As you shake her hand, the officer lowers her voice. Keep her away from that boy, and I think she'll be fine. In the car, you attempt to broach the subject, but Susie refuses to say a word. After a while, you give up your questions about who this boy might be and just drive. Hours later, you stare at the ceiling, worrying. The stillness in the bedroom is the only sign that Sam is also wide awake. Who is Susie hanging out with? Why is she acting out? Neither of you are going to sleep tonight. They give you a long stretch of choices here. There we go. The Tempest. Great play.
Good evening, Alex. It's Bozeman here, your boss. While you're powering up and getting the adverts loaded, I thought I should just tell you that we've had one of those public information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you play it. You still have a free choice for the other 2, so read those tape labels carefully, and make sure you play the advance advert, preferably at the second break. Right, that's the lot. Have a great
second break. Got it, boss. What is Pleasure Corp? The joy of screws.
Why are all men such pricks?
That well,
Check your prostate.
Relationship with his fish.
No.
Sorry, are you saying he chose his imaginary friend in the sky over you?
I don't know why I talked to you.
You're probably just a really awful date.
10 seconds, everybody.
Like I said, all of you.
Did your personality accidentally slip out?
Pricks. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening.
Ah.
I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Uncooperative. A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, I'll be asking what this mysterious symbol might mean.
After 3 months of record-breaking approval ratings, could this be the daring first move of a silent resistance movement? And what would that mean as we go into the future?
Oh, I kind of thought that would be the...
Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month now, doctors Ingrid Svorsborg Horgensvoord and David Wong announced today that they're considering 2 possible options.
With 2 of the finest minds in science working together, hopes are still high for the eventual return of the team to dry land.
While both options are still on the table, support seems to be growing for a daring escape attempt. If a group of fungus experts can't fix the most advanced craft ever conceived by man, then who can?
Bearing their opinions, the formerly rich are fighting back with a naked protest.
Our very own Robin Short was on hand earlier today when this new protest group first presented themselves.
Spokesman Wentworth Somerset Bentley said today, "They've had the shirts off our backs. They might as well have the rest of it too." And while it's easy to laugh, perhaps we should all just be pondering how desperate the formerly rich are to regain their power.
Table for two. Johnny Hansleaves and Tiffany Lamour were spotted having a private moment out at lunch today.
The popular couple have certainly been on a roller coaster since they started dating late last year, and this image is sure to place them firmly back in the tabloids.
Could we be on the verge of the biggest celebrity wedding since professional?
Looks like his head is photoshopped on, even though I'm pretty sure it's not.
His longtime tag team partner Tina Tiny Hands last year in a wrestling ring made entirely of cake.
Is his once celebrated role model about to become the bad boy of sport?
And onwards and upwards. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them, Rimington's Fist CEO Sophia Rimington today announced a brand new product that already has the markets buzzing with interest.
This groundbreaking product came as quite a shock when it was revealed earlier today, though its critics are skeptical that the young CEO can fulfill her promises.
Described as a breakthrough far ahead of its time, the male contraceptive pill is heralding a sexual revolution. Its fans are celebrating the fact that men can finally take equal responsibility for contraception, but others have expressed concerns over its safety and side effects.
With that exclusive Prime Ministerial interview coming up later,
and our very own Patrick Bannon coming to you live from the first annual Sports Board final.
You won't want to miss a second of tonight's National Nightly News.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck. There we go. I like how they give you a little mini game so you don't get bored.
First tonight,
Oh,
after
fuck.
the Christmas horror caused by Mr. Snugglehugs, we have an exclusive interview with one of the victims.
Poor 7-year-old Timmy Tadlock, like so many of those affected by the Christmas bloodbath, has spent the last 3 months undergoing a series of reconstructive facial surgeries.
Last week, joyfully, he spoke for the first time since the tragedy. Tonight, he talks to us.
Before we go to the interview, however, this station would like to issue a full and frank apology for any part we may have played in the tragedy. We should never have advertised Mr. Snugglehugs. Publicity, the sheer scale of this tragedy, and now upwards of 8,000 casualties, might have been averted.
On behalf of the Nightly News team, we're sorry.
In future, we will do better.
Now it's over to Robin Short at the Tadlock family home. Robin?
Thank you, Megan. I'm here with Mr. and Mrs. Tadlock and their 7-year-old son, Timothy. Thanks for spending time with us today.
Yes, well, you're bloody lucky we're spending any time with you at all, after what you lot did. Irresponsible. I mean, whose idea was this anyway?
It's all right.
Oh.
As you can see, Megan, there's still a few open wounds here. I'll tread carefully. I'm going to speak to Timmy now. Hello, Timmy. Can you see me?
Mummy, who's that lady?
It's the lady from television, Timothy. She's going to ask you a few questions.
You be careful now, it upsets him to remember.
Don't worry, Mr. Tadlock. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason. So, Timmy, can you tell us what happened to you? You had just unwrapped Mr. Snugglehugs, hadn't you? Was he under the tree?
Yes, I could smell him already. He smelled like love.
Yes, that'll be the fur. It's scented with hoof.
I was so excited. I ran up to my room and gave him a big hug. He was so soft and warm.
Yeah.
Like our cat. Before he got in the way of Daddy's Porsche.
Bloody cat had a death wish.
And what did Mr. Snugglehugs say to you?
He blinked his real action eyes and said, "You're my very best friend." But I sure wish Mrs. Snugglehugs was here, and she can't be, for just $89.99. and then it's the general error. 41.
And is that when he burst into flames?
Look, careful.
And then he exploded.
Oh, look, I've asked you nicely.
And am I right in saying that one of his real action eyes is now permanently embedded in your cheek?
Oh my god.
When I took him in at night, it glowed.
That must be here.
I know it's under there, staring at me.
Yeah, some of the other children have started calling him Timmy Three Eyes.
Oh no.
And with his glasses, that's 5.
Eyes, Robin.
And what's the last thing you remember before the darkness overtook you?
He looked at me with his one eye and laughed. Laughed as he burned.
It sounds very traumatic. Do you have nightmares?
All right, that's quite enough of
Timmy?
you two coming in here with your camera trying to make a buck out of our suffering. I won't have it.
Mr. Tadlock, just a couple more questions. Timmy, do you think you will ever be what we can call
No, you've had your
normal
questions,
again?
and now look. Oh, you've made
Jesus.
3 of his eyes.
Calm down, you're
I will
Do you
not-
think
I
your
haven't
parents
acted
will ever
here,
really love
Marjorie.
you again?
Oh my god.
Mr. Tadlock!
No, your poster, your favourite poster, Timmy, are you okay? Oh.
So there you have it, Megan. Just one of the many victims of an indescribable tragedy that has shaken our nation.
I'm bleeding,
Back
am
to
I
you.
not?
Thank you, Robin. Harrowing stuff.
And many questions to be answered by Sophia Remington in the coming days and months, I'd wager. How will she turn this crisis around?
So, Jeremy, what are the warning signs consumers should look out for when they're spotting a dangerous toy?
Well, Megan, experts advise to always check for the new advanced
Before the darkness overtook you. What is this, Kingdom Hearts? So true.
Can we just get a close-up on camera 3 here? So if we take a look at this National Nightly News mug, you should...
I love how they will actually call out the actual cameras.
In the wake of the scandal, the government were praised for their swift response in bringing in this set of stringent checks and new products.
It certainly is good to know that someone's watching out for our families. When we come back, our very own Patrick Bannon will be live from the Sports Board Finals. Stick around, you won't want to miss it.
We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back.
Oh, sorry, I'm bursting.
Young children,
Very good.
are you scared of a long,
Megan.
painful decline in your final years? Of being trapped in your own body as it slowly wastes away? Or losing your grip on reality? Well, it doesn't have to.
A+.
Alex, Bozeman, we're getting reports in that naked protesters might try and spoil the sports board final by waving flashy bits about. Try and make sure you don't broadcast it. It's 6 p.m. for God's sake. No one wants to see fannies on the news. Bozeman out.
Class kitchens, or collect your thoughts in our beautiful gardens. And when it's time, at the end of your stay, you'll pass on painlessly, surrounded by those you love, in comfort and luxury. Isn't that what we all deserve at the end of a life well lived?
Oh, true, bestie.
Our expert legal team will help you make all those difficult arrangements, and our aftercare team will help your dependents through the grieving process, ensuring your final wishes are carried out efficiently and compassionately, all absolutely free. Your health service, your team.
Yeah,
Welcome back to the National Night.
love to see the start of the Giver Society.
Coming up later,
Would you like to be released?
about their exciting new healthcare facilities, transition centres.
Nice to see they care.
You're absolutely right, Jeremy. But first, we're going now to our own Patrick Bannon, who's reporting live from the finals of the new game that's gripping the nation, Sports Board. Patrick?
That's right, Megan. You join me live here from the final of the first annual Sports Board Championship. It's been a hotly contested competition so far. I think it's fair to say these two have been dancing around each other all season. First up, we have Ellie Striker. She's the more experienced of our two players today. Striker has got an accuracy of 7, a danger rating of K, and a 12-month driving ban. Striker's known for her signature move, the Lanky Hamster. And facing her tonight, hoping to prove himself with a career record of 12 outs, 14 finishes, and a divorce pending. The wingspan himself, Tommy, the Fingernail Harris. Just waiting on the ref now. The slapping ceremony is taking part. Still going on.
Striker, go first.
Striker, of course, first to start as she won the trivia round earlier on by some margin.
D-Robe.
Harris, perhaps the brawn and not the brains. Stupid. Eddie Striker. Nice start there from Striker. She's determined not to let the nerves show. Not after last time. On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy. Using his arm to pick up the ball. Not a bad shot there from Harris. Back to Striker for shots number 3. All right. She's gone to sort of throwing it under her legs. Not bad if you ask me.
Was there contact? Don't know why you complained. To Harris.
Bit of business with the ref, but it got sorted out. Back to Harris now. A ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
Football. Move back.
I'd say that's fair, but what do I know? Oh no, and Harris is not going to be happy with that. So really not a good start there for Tommy Harris in round 1. We can only hope that round 2 treats him a bit better.
Love a good game of sports board.
After the argument with the ref section, it's time to change ends. Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends. And of course now they go back to the starting positions, as that makes sense. Striker giving it large.
Second round, double. Harris.
Wins a round 2 now with Harris. Okay, we seem to have some sort of streak on the pitch. Apologise if we broadcast that stuff. She appears to have slogans across her breasts and arse. Try and ignore all of that. Security, I'm sure we're going to take them out as soon as possible. Apologise if we broadcast any of that. As I said, we're going to get the situation resolved as soon as possible. They're trying to carry on play, but it's proving a bit difficult, and I'm struggling to follow because it's quite an eyesore. And women's body, yeah. All right, great. Okay, so back into round 2 now, and Harry's absolutely determined to close that massive gap. Eddie Striker. No, it's just some of the tightest play I've seen ever. Harris. And was that the fitted thumb screw? We haven't seen that since the heats. What a brilliant move. Back to Striker.
Great shot.
And we know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That is, of course, the ground sound. Excellent bit of play here on both sides of the bucket. I don't know about you at home, but I'm finding the technical mastery in display here absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. The ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris is having an absolute shocker. What a miserable start there for Tommy Harris. But he is a late bloomer, of course, the boys said that. And after all, it is a game of 2 halves, 4 rounds and 7 subgenres. But now, of course, it's time for the half-time show. Sponsored by
Ooh.
On my whistle, on my whistle.
Halftime show?
Must be some music here to start the half-time show. Okay, another posh protester loose on the court here. We can only apologise for that. We'll do our best to shield you from having to look directly at it. Is running around here with his genitals on display for all to see. And ruining what was shaping up to be quite the dance interlude there. Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face. Security's on it. And the bucket has been knocked over. I cannot stand it when the bucket gets knocked over.
Yep.
Hopefully he'll get taken out now. Genitals flying around for all to see. Really, if you ask me, not Sunday morning television. And out of there, hopefully taken away, never to be seen again.
Final poses, final poses. Oh boy, cannot be in the final pose.
Audience was not pleased with that.
Finished there on both sides of the bucket. I wouldn't like to call that one. And as we head into round 3, I'd love to know what's going on in these 2 players' heads. But unfortunately, because of science, we can't.
Thank you. Thank you.
Not bad. So that ball boy's giving me the eye all the day. I don't know what's going on there. Striker there, not a great start. She looks a bit flustered, I think, after all that swinging around. Back to Harris here.
Hey.
Oh, what I wouldn't give to be that ball. I'm all right, ladies. Tommy Harris. And it dribbled down his arm, which is actually a really good move, because, of course, if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor, it's not going in the bucket. Back to Striker. And Striker's gone for the animal bonus there, but of course, perhaps... And yes, Harris has... Tiny bell, that is wonderful play. Of course, we've seen that before. Look at her.
Of course, of course.
What a mud. That could have been the clincher. What a massive shame.
Harris receives possession now.
Harris to serve now. Harris, of course, undefeated by Kestrel in his last 4 battles.
Patrick, I think he's already serving.
Tommy Harris. That's all right. Not bad there. He threw it quite far away from him, which is quite a good idea. Very clever there. Perhaps a little contact, a caution from the referee, who's being, if you ask me, a little bit harsh. Ellie Striker. And she's let the nerves get to her. What the hell was that? You hate to see it, don't you? You cannot believe it. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, like, I mean, this is
ooh.
I don't know what I can be doing about this. I mean, sort of breasts and genitals for all to see. I mean, there's only so much I can do. They're sort of everywhere, aren't they? All right, I'll try and carry on.
Wrong one, wrong one.
Trying to carry on, but of course it's difficult because these protesters, hopefully we can get them taken off soon so we can carry on with the match. Nonsense is going on here. Yes, yes.
We want our money.
Yes, very good. Take them away. Bloody wasters, absolute wasters. Stand up, people. Oh, jog on!
This is the mine round.
It's an absolute bloody...
What a time.
Okay, and now we're going to go into the final round. And of course, as it's a Tuesday, the final round is a mime round.
Ooh.
Nice imaginary shot there from Harris. Really
very good, very good.
Really high-level play here from 2 absolute juggernauts of the sport.
Hold.
The bucket getting moved back to its proper place. About time, if you ask me.
Oh, that's so improv.
She's juggling it around from her hands. Interesting. And she's put it in her mouth like as if it was an egg. And now she's and she spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there, quite late on.
Illegal spit.
From Striker. But she's in it to win it.
Harris's ball.
On it like a car bonnet.
And the segment is long.
Having a bit of beef.
Yeah, countered by the tiny bell is rough.
And he's peeling it as if it were a banana, which is an interesting move. Not sure if he hasn't had his potassium or what's going on today with Harris. And he's throwing it, and the banana was the ball! What a fantastic move there from Harris. Unfortunately, that is the end. What a pathetic, there we go, Jeremy, that is over. How can he look his 8-year-old son in the face tonight? What a lump. We just have to wait for the referee now to announce it to make sure it is all official.
Contestants in, please. And the winner of the first annual Sports Board Championship is everyone!
Okay, the ref has to everyone, including me as my 15th win in the Sports Board Championship. I'm going to be celebrating tonight with my wife and children. Another wonderful victory for me. Here come the on-site security to collect their medals, their 6th and 7th respectively. And thanks again for watching the Championships. What more is there to say? I'm Patrick Bannon. Looking forward to celebrating tonight. And all that's left to say, Jeremy, is back to you in the studio.
Patrick Bannon there at an extraordinary final.
Historic sports board, Jeremy.
I didn't know you were a fan.
Yeah, I can wrench a doubler with the best of them, I'll have you know.
I certainly wouldn't bet against you.
Yeah.
When we come back,
What a game.
I'll be talking live with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, who apparently have a big announcement you wouldn't want to miss.
That's coming up after these messages.
1 minute back.
Fucking microphone shocked me.
What?
Fucking microphone just shocked me. Where's that sound guy?
I'm Tommy the Fingernail Harris, sporting legend. I've got it all. 4 world championships, 2 a bidet, and an enlarged prostate gland.
Bozeman again. Just heard
Damn.
chaps in maintenance. The storm is causing the odd power surge. Some of your controls might be a bit dangerous. Now I know you're tough and you can take the odd shock for the sake of a perfect news broadcast. Many in quick succession can stop the old ticker. I'm sure you'll make the right decisions. Bozeman out.
So what caused this big old
So
prostate?
sorry about all these buckets. We
In
seem to
your
have sprung
bum.
a leak.
Well,
Several, actually.
Need a whole new
Me and
line
the
up
doctors,
there.
we don't know. But I can tell you, as you get older, your body changes. And that's okay.
Bloody right, Peter Clement.
Megan Wolf.
But that's a firm ass.
For God's sake.
Procedure is easy, it's quick, and it's not gay. I'm Tommy the Fingernail Harris.
Thank you, Tommy.
Check
Had a
them.
little accident.
Cheeky cow.
Wrecked him, damn near killed him.
3.
Welcome back. I am delighted to be joined by Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Welcome to the National Nightly News, Prime Ministers.
Oh, please, it's just Julia and Peter.
We don't believe much in titles. It doesn't seem very advanced.
We're delighted to be here.
Well, firstly, I should ask how you feel about the graffiti that's been springing up across the capital. Should we be worried?
Oh, no, you definitely shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless you've got a fatal paint allergy anyway.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people we haven't been able to help.
You know, whingers mostly.
People who've yet to benefit from the many advantages of the new future.
And you know, Megan, as my old mum used to say, there are some pissants who just don't know how to be happy.
We're working hard to reach these people, find out what they're angry about and how we can help. The door to my government is always open.
Thank you, Julia.
But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative arts project.
Which we no doubt will have funded.
When we want to talk to the nation about something far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make. But
Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ.
Your question, Megan.
Oh, okay, it's not usually how it works, but...
What scares you? I mean, really scares you?
It's death, in fact. She's talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths. It's part of being human.
Sorry, are you saying that Advance have cured death?
That'll be a vote winner. Yep, that was definitely a drop there.
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
And much less painful and much less expensive. Look, which is me close-up camera
Oh,
there?
so yes, it's camera 4 right there.
When I was 13, me mum came and got me from school. He was to go to the hospital. My granddad, he'd collapsed that morning, so we'd all to say our goodbyes. And I went in to see him. He were all frail and pale. And I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been fit as fiddle. And he said to me, Peter, he said, it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I love.
A completely true story.
3 days later, we were back home. He lived with us for 9 miserable years after that. He had to be fed with a rubber spoon. He had a commode, so he'd just take a shit right there in the lounge while we were watching football. He wouldn't even wait till half-time.
That sounds...
It was awful. It were awful for us, and this is the point. It were awful for him. He could see it was destroying me, man.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, he would beg
Good.
to turn off his breathing equipment at night, but she couldn't, or she wouldn't. It were a crime, you see. And she didn't want to lose the children, as well as her old man.
No family should have to suffer like Peter's did. And now no family will have to. The health service is today opening the first of 300 new transition centres.
Oh, trans rights.
Handle everything for your last days. The legal, financial, medical and emotional costs are all catered for and paid for by the government. So even the poorest citizen gets to pass on with dignity when they choose.
And that choice is important. This is a service only for people who choose it. For people who feel they run their course and don't want to burden themselves or their families with a slow, long, humiliating decline.
Phone back has just given me electric shock.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I think I'm from my asshole.
Oh, we're still on the air, Peter.
No, yes. Sorry. My apologies. Oh.
Are you not worried that this new
system might be open to abuse.
In what way?
Sorry, I've got sacked again. Can I get a little bit of help here?
Ow.
Generation might feel somewhat.
Jesus, a raw shell face, fucker! That one was massive. Right, no, this bastard's coming off.
That the older generation might feel somewhat coerced.
Coerced into spending their final days eating gourmet food and drinking fine wine and luxury spas and gardens.
Look, I am perfectly capable of... that grandmother with a rusty twat!
Prime Minister, please watch your language.
For fuck's sake!
Go get yourself sorted out.
Right.
We're launching a
Ow.
tonight. It should tell your viewers everything they need to know.
You really do move at a breathless pace. It's hard to believe you've yet to be in office a year.
Oh, Megan, we're only getting started.
And on that note,
We have fun here.
thanks for being here. Jeremy.
Right, yes, that's all we have time for tonight. Thank yous go out to our guests. Congratulations to all the winners at the Sports Board final. We'll see you tomorrow night at the same time. My name is Jeremy Donaldson. If you can, have a peaceful night.
And we're out. Good job, everybody.
So they just...
Oh. Ripped me.
I suppose there's any way this could be a good thing.
It's for my nephew, so we transitioned the moment I saw the leak.
Good day, good day. A plus B, A plus. Not bad. You received a small bonus. Worrying Dad, Pog. Look at all those. Get out of here. Pleasure core is going through the roof, baby. So this one is a COVID episode that they made. Now this itself has like 9 different endings based on how your game is going.
Alex, oh thank God you're alive.
And this one's fucking weird.
Are you okay? Alex, you need to get it together. Look at the broadcast screen. Just look at it. That's all we've been putting out since you went down. You have to fix it, now. Look left, Alex, out the window.
Okay.
See?
Ah.
All over it, little bastards. You're going to need a full charge to clear that many off. Hold down the big button until it's fully charged. Then release it to zap the little fuckers. Excellent, Alex. We're broadcasting again. They must have built up while you were napping. Usually it only takes a tap on the button to clear one. Look, there's a lone one climbing now. Zap it off before it starts to mess up the signal again.
Mrs. Snugglehugs are attacking.
For now. Right. We're about a minute out. Get the adverts loaded up.
Okay.
I've got to deal with my pet idiot. And Alex, keep your ears open. You'll hear them climbing up the tower. Don't let them build up.
Pleasure core. Employee training video. Ah, fuck it.
No credibility, Jenny.
And advance.
No professionalism. It's not a mess. Everything is where it should be. It's ramshackle and characterful.
It looks better in lockdown.
Of course Megan's place looked lovely, but I can't see it, can I?
Thanks, Jenny. How's lock-in with the boyfriend going?
Decided to take his chances on the wild streets, eh? Rather than endure another romantic comedy.
That's right, Jeremy's gay.
Your hair looks stupid.
Yes, I can hear her.
She says she's not talking to you.
Yes, I know, I can hear her.
Shall I count us in?
Make it so.
Okay, 10 seconds. Break a leg, everyone.
Preferably a furry one.
5, 4, 3...
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Snugglefucked? It's been almost 5 weeks since all the Mrs. Snugglehugs toys woke up simultaneously in factories worldwide and began searching for their husbands. The Mr. Snugglehugs we had so short-sightedly destroyed. And now, as this photograph suggests, they may be changing tactics.
Built to surprisingly traditional gender stereotypes, the Mrs. Snugglehugs have been arming themselves with a variety of household implements. All the more reason to make sure that cat flap is taped up good and tight.
Armed with blunt weapons, the Mrs. Snugglehugs are only ankle height and therefore able to be kicked away easily by young, healthy individuals. They do, however, pose a particular risk to the elderly or those with pre-existing medical conditions.
Do you get it?
Going stir crazy, with no signs of Mrs. Snugglehugs' batteries running out, and the government lockdown now in its 31st day, domestic relationships across the country are taking some unexpected turns.
Dramatic reports are beginning to emerge of uncharacteristically bold behaviour in homes across the country. And we're not talking about the model planes that occupy so much time in the Donaldson household.
With dating options limited, many house sharers, in particular students, are finding solace in co-tenants they'd previously rejected as unfuckable, indulging in activity that has become known as snuggle tugging.
Going it alone, popular crustacean Johnny Hamsleeves is back in the news today.
Crustacean?
His astonishing photograph that he linked himself shows exactly how he's been spending his lockdown.
It seems that when the lockdown was announced, Johnny's long-term partner, Tiffany Lamour, was busy in the capital preparing her new show, Chocolate Clit Bombs, for its now postponed grand opening. Let's hope the exhibits don't melt.
Being locked in alone seems to have made poor Johnny realise the empty pointlessness of the professional sportsman's existence. A life that, while no longer bringing great wealth, still offers vacuous conversation, narcissistic wives, and an utter lack of social importance. Let's hope he doesn't run out of toilet paper for those tears.
The shape of things to come. In their own version of a lockdown for more than 45 years now, the descendants of doctors David Wong and Ingrid Svorsborgen Horgensvoord and their unfortunate team today managed to get a personal statement to the surface using flagellized imaging equipment.
Many of the Svorsborgen Horgensbrood, as they've come to be known, have certainly captured the public imagination, with a recent vote naming Helvetica Svorsborgen Wongensvoord the most likely to survive a massive electric shock.
Greeting from Dante's Taint, or as we say down here in the family, many mushrooms to you. I don't know what a Mrs. Pluckless Plug is, but they sound like they're causing you guys real problems. We've been trapped down here for 8,961 days now, and all I can say is I sure am glad Mum and Dad chose not to get on that skatecraft. Since they grew me and the rest of the family, we've been getting on famously, and sometimes Mum stops crying for upwards of 20 minutes. Also, it turns out, at a push, you can eat flards.
So true.
The stomach cramps and the amnesia. Greetings from Dante's Taint, or as we say down here in the family, many mushrooms to you.
It's hard to believe they've been down there so long now.
But everyone knows time moves differently underwater, Jeremy. That's why baths take so long.
That's right. And as anyone will tell you, the deeper the bath,
the quicker the relativistic forces of temporal causality will have a measurable effect upon the fixed dimensional parameters of your environment.
Yes, I've said that many times.
Papers, please. With the lockdown
I get it.
ever more rigorously enforced, having a passport is becoming increasingly important, Alex.
The government calls
What is this last one?
by announcing a fresh charge of passport fraud with an imaginative form of punishment for those found guilty of this brand new but incredibly serious crime.
In what's being called a draconian measure, the government has reinstated the ancient right of trial by custard.
Custard?
Just like in the old days, if you float, you're executed on the spot. But if you sink, well, you'll go well with profiteroles, Jeremy.
Profiteroles?
And Advance speaks out.
Yeah, people are always saying that.
To governments around the world. Advance HQ released a curious statement this afternoon.
In the accompanying release, they asked us to stress that they have been listening and that this should be taken as a response to how the people really feel.
We've certainly done our bit on this show to contribute to the political climate. But let's not forget, how we behave in our home lives is what really matters.
Really
It's not just me who filled out that questionnaire, Jeremy, or we're all in trouble.
We have fun here.
With tragedy of heart and great despair, I come before you with grave news to share. For since he left to fight at 3:15, no sign of Peter Clement has been seen. You'll all recall how daily from his home he'd gallop boldly forward on his horse, that whitened mare with fur-like...
I'm really interested to know if these are the actual, actors' homes.
'Twas on this mare he stumbled on a hive of dreadful snuggle-huggedness contained. He bravely drew his sword and ventured in, intent to fight till all within were slain. And soon, but soon, there came upon that place the bodyguards assigned him by the state, whom daily he did deign to give the slip. And thus they did arrive a moment late. From deep within the hive they heard him roar. His blade, the rusty twat basher, raised hell. Yet with a cry of "fuck my arse, that's sore," beneath the toilet-papered mounds, he fell. Oh, what a fall was there!
Yeah, the poem is an interesting choice, I agree.
Then I and you and all the team fell down, while tiny voices laughed from deep beneath. Oh, curse that much beloved reckless fool that weighed his pride 'gainst purple fur-clad teeth. If only he had shuttered up his doors, his windows boarded safe and waxed his floors. If only he had taken our advice and helped the team by staying safe indoors. Oh, woe that he should meet such bitter end. My laughter and my confidant. My friend.
I've never heard this one before.
Thank you.
Delectable stuff.
Later tonight, Jeremy will be catching up with brave roving reporter Patrick Bannon, while I check in with two friends of the programme who find themselves stranded at opposite ends of the country.
And then, in part 3, there's going to be a quiz. Presumably because there's nothing more important going on that you might like to report on if you were, say, a news programme.
And in a moment, we'll both be asking Sophia Rimington how such a trusted brand can have made such a terrible manufacturing mistake.
With what it describes here as help from popular psychic scientist Delia Lywell.
Oh, I like her.
No, you don't. Why do you do that?
That's all coming up on tonight's
National Nightly News.
Whatever, I didn't hit Jeremy there, but fine.
First tonight, how did we get here? Where are we going? And most importantly, who's to blame?
Joining us from her ranch in Arlingsfield, Milkirky is the CEO of Rimington's Fist, internationally respected business Bengali, Sophia Rimington.
Thank you for having me, Megan. I'm a huge fan of your work.
And from a crystal healing laboratory in what I assume is a garage in Upper Lowington, inexplicably renowned psychic scientist, Dr. Delia Lywell. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Sorry, us?
Myself and the eminent professors.
Is that what you call the voices in your head?
I've always seemed to attract...
Based plural icon.
Why?
The money?
They express themselves to me through ethereal algebra and quadratic predictions. It's all very technical.
No, it isn't.
I concur. Miss Remington, the entire Snugglehugs range will surely go down as the biggest public relations disaster in history, won't it?
Well, of course, that's one world record we would never have sought to claim.
What can you say at a time like this?
There is only one thing that can be said. I'm sorry. We're sorry. From everyone here at Rimington's Fist, but especially the dedicated inventors and world-beating engineers at Rimming Toys, we are deeply, deeply sorry. Who could have predicted that letting a child's toy learn how to love could have such unforeseen consequences?
Mary Shelley?
We see you, Sophia Rimington. You are preening by a metal vessel, and where you venture, you will see neither land nor sky.
Is that supposed to be the future?
Only the past is concrete. I remember being a child in my grandpa's workshop when he made the first dancing hanging toy. He put it by my bed, and when I couldn't sleep, I'd wind it up and let it go, and I'd watch that happy little execution as it wiggle and wave his tiny noose and dance before my eyes. Grandpa sold thousands of them, on the quiet, obviously, and he used the money he made to found Rimming Toys, which is now just one small part of the global supermassive megacore that is Rimington's Fist. Sadly,
Microphone is peaking.
he died in a fire at the preschool tobacco factory, another one of his pet projects. But we never lost his spirit of invention.
Yes, I'm not entirely certain what your grandfather's offensive toys have to do with the current predicament.
The spirit of invention, Mr. Donaldson. The passion to create, to problem solve. And that is why I'm here today, to tell you about a brand new product we're launching simultaneously around the world from midnight tonight.
Woo! We said science! Science! We hear its song on the breeze, its breath on the wind, its fart under the covers.
How does she do it?
Well, please, don't keep us in suspense any longer.
Won't be my feature she's making up next.
Remington's Fist is proud to present Snuggle Traps. Safety and security in these dangerous times. Each box of Snuggle Traps contains 8 devices, all guaranteed to stop a missing snuggle hug in its tracks. That's enough for a small lawn or 4 window boxes. And you want to know the best thing? They're only $129.99 a box. Now that is affordable peace of mind.
We see you, Jeremy Donaldson.
Not now, honey, I'm mid-pitch. The best thing about Snuggle Traps is they're powered by next generation Flardinium batteries.
Lord.
However long they last, these traps will outlast them.
We see you, Mr. Donaldson. You are screaming and yelling. Your friends are crying. They fear you. And then you're gone.
Oh my god, I just got chills. Did anyone else just get chills then?
I think I did.
I think it's more concerned. I think I'd be more concerned about these traps. Quickly, before we go to the break, these appear to be attractively repackaged landmines. Aren't they dangerous, say, to children?
Oh, hell yeah. These are not news, but they're explosive fun.
Sophia Remington, Dr. Delia Lywell, thank you for joining us.
When we come back, we'll be taking a look at the situation across the country tonight.
Don't go away. We'll be back after these bandages.
Oh, fuck.
Was that all right?
Oh, yes, Doctor, that was exactly what we...
She seems very nice, that young Miss Remington.
I think she'd make an interesting dinner guest.
Do you think so? I think I'd rather spend the evening shoving Delia's sacred crystals up my sceptical arsehole.
Hello, mate. It's Dave. You're not going to believe this, but I've decided to come home. Listen, I'll call you back at the next break and we can talk about how I get me job back. Cheers, Alex. See you, mate.
I like this game. Sometimes the humor is a bit hit or miss, but it's pretty strong when it hits.
Oh, exactly, you said it, I've said it. He must know, he's not stupid. I just don't want it getting back to him that it came from us. Hey, no, Jenny. You're not backing out on me now. We're in this together. It's gonna work. We'll get him. I've made the cake, you're on the balloons. I've got no idea how old he is. 40? 70? Yeah, ready. Okay, coming back.
Is it Jeremy's birthday?
4, 3. Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Wolf. Now it's time to take a trip around the country to hear how the lockdown might impact the nation from some friendly faces. Joining me are respected academic Katie Brightman and author of Alan James's Kites, Alan James. Thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Megan.
Thanks, Megan. It really is a pleasure, Katie. I enjoyed our little heated encounter.
I wish I could say the same.
So first off, Katie, how are you coping?
I'm holding up okay. The lockdown directive was so sudden that, like many people, I haven't been able to get home.
Oh no, what happened?
I was staying at a hotel after an international policy convention, and we had a particularly heavy night out. You know what economists are like.
Notoriously hate splitting the bill.
And I overslept, and as you can imagine, I've been here ever since. But there are certainly people much worse off than me.
Exactly. My tour has been cancelled indefinitely, and I've had to refund every single ticket, even the cheap seats.
Oh, Alan, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, people are being quite rude about it. They don't seem to realise I've already spent it filling the beach house with beef.
The crisis claims yet another victim.
So, this is just a reminder that my book, Alan James's Reich, is now available in paperback.
Unbelievable.
What was that?
You're unbelievable.
So, Katie, how do you think this might affect the economy? Should we be worried?
Very, Megan. Not to sound dramatic, but this could be catastrophic. Unemployment has skyrocketed, and frankly, it will be a miracle if a lot of businesses can survive this.
There you go, scare me.
Yeah.
Spreading this latest liberal hoax. That's what they want. They want us quiet. Shh. They want us compliant. And they want us inside.
A hoax? How on earth can you say that, Alan?
Well, I haven't actually seen one of these supposed toys. Have you?
Well, no, but...
Did you know 3,000 people die every year from regular toys?
So true.
That's a lot of people. And this is no different. You're just as likely to be hunted down by a yo-yo or a tennis racket.
He makes an excellent and persuasive point, Katie.
Don't listen to her, Katie. The press are the enemy of truth.
She's agreeing with you, Alan, you absolute shit.
Well, then I must be wrong.
Alan, are you now recanting your statement that these toys aren't dangerous?
People are saying they're just like normal toys, and that simply isn't true. Corrupt media lies.
So true.
Katie, how do you respond to Alan's claims that Mrs. Snugglehugs might be dangerous after all?
I suppose I guess I'm agreeing with him.
Thank you, Katie. I appreciate your support. A lot of folks are saying this Mrs. Snugglehug situation will all blow over, but it won't.
Yes, right, exactly. We need decisive action from the government. We need huge financial support to protect our workers and our businesses. We need to support the vulnerable, and we need
to repent. Exactly right, Katie. We brought it on ourselves with all our liberal indulgences like art, cake, and healthcare. We need to act now and begin sacrificing our firstborn, or to push a beloved family pet.
Absolutely, Alan. If we can all successfully come together...
Love Jeremy eating a fucking sandwich up here.
Hopefully we will appease the great ancient. Katie, could it be any worse?
Luckily, over the past few years under Advance, they've invested heavily into health, so the system can actually bear the strain.
Is it lucky that the Llama Lords have unleashed a horde of man-made monsters on its own people to conceal the enemy within?
Will you just stop for 5 fucking seconds?
The Global Alliance of Fish People are amassing an army amassing an army to kidnap
That's you.
Oh.
But
Me.
I don't sound like that.
Yes, you do.
You do, Alan. You do sound like that.
And that's why no one wants to be your friend.
I got loads of friends.
No, you haven't.
I don't think you do, Alan.
Yeah, stop lying, Alan.
I'm not lying. You are.
Oh, good one.
Well, I'm telling.
Alan James. Alan, you know. Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. Some real food for thought there from two of the territory's leading minds.
Honestly, this one is kind of full of good bits.
We'll be heading over to Jeremy, who is going to be bringing us an up-to-the-minute report of the status of the nation. Over to you, Jeremy.
Thank you for what I'm sure was a reasonable debate which really contributed to the national conversation. Next, out on the streets, someone who's always doing exactly that. It's Patrick Brannan. Are you there, Patrick?
Hello, Jeremy. Yes, hello, I'm here. I'm here live. Apologies for the quality of the broadcast today. Couldn't find any cameramen or women brave enough to come and join me, so I'm out here on my own.
This definitely is just in their own houses.
What it's like out there?
Yep, I can. It's as you can see behind me, the streets are currently completely deserted. And my question, Jeremy, is just how long? I mean, could there be danger lurking just around the corner, waiting to end the fledgling career of this young, promising journalist before his full potential is even realised? Will he die, underappreciated by management, and frankly, if you ask me, very, very much underpaid?
I don't think there's any danger of that, Patrick. What's that on your jacket there?
Oh, that's actually a sponge. What I've done here is made a snuggle-proof jacket, Jeremy. The network didn't bother sending me any PPE, so I've been forced to improvise. In fact, showing the sort of resourcefulness that would make me an ideal candidate for, I don't know, for example, an anchor position starting whenever they'd like.
From your point of view, Patrick, just how safe are our streets?
Not safe at all, Jeremy, not safe at all. I'd recommend people staying inside, following government advice, and not putting themselves at any risk at all. Unless, of course, like me, it's for groundbreaking journalism reasons.
Mm-hmm. And just where are you, Patrick?
I'm in the street, on the street.
Which street?
I think I'm struggling to hear you actually, Jeremy. There.
Which street are you on?
Oh, which street am I on? I'm just looking for a sign. There it is. I'm on Bannon Avenue.
Bannon Avenue?
Yep.
Bannon Avenue.
Yeah, no, I can hear you fine. Yep, I'm on Bannon Avenue on the sign, it says there.
Like Patrick Bannon?
Oh, yeah, that is like, that's strange, that's a weird sign. I don't know what's going on there.
Where are you really?
I'm on Bannon, Alright, fine, I'm not on Bannon Avenue, I'm at home, to be honest. Alright, fine. Well, I'm in my bathroom, technically, but, you know, I couldn't face it, to be honest, mate. It's, you know, it's terrible out there. I don't want to go outside. They're everywhere. I'm sorry for lying.
We don't expect any less of you, Patrick.
Can you hear that sound?
Uh-oh.
I can, yes. I'm no expert, Patrick, but it sounds unmistakably like a tiny fist tapping on your door there.
Oh, fuck, it does. Oh, fuck, Jeremy, shit, no! Oh, boy.
Oh, fuck.
There's a small queue of tiny fists, each wielding a different gendered household implement, ready to bash in the heads of lying little roving reporters.
No, you're lying, aren't you? Oh, shit, fucking, listen to me, you bastards! If you're out there, just to piss off, you little fucking snuggle fucks, I'm too talented to die! Oh, what the fucking hell? Okay. Oh, God.
Don't worry, Patrick. I'd say you've got a few seconds before they break their way in there and finish you off. What do you see, Patrick?
I see only the devil. I see only Satan. Oh God, no! They're coming to this. They're coming after. No, you fucking little shit.
Thank you, Patrick, for that report. And more importantly, management. Just where you belong. It's time for another break, but when we come back, we'll be happy to take your mind off the world for a little while, and who knows, maybe even bring you a few smiles. Join us after this.
Perfect.
You're damn right. Yeah, delivered. Yes, to Bannon Avenue.
Yep. Weaving Jam?
Follow during this crisis. Stay calm, for God's sake. Panicking makes you less productive, and that makes Bozeman sad. Protect network equipment at all costs. We have literally hundreds of employees, but our budget is limited. We ask you to do the right thing and value our property over your personal safety. If you're working from home, please refrain from taking meetings on the toilet. Even if you're not going, we can still tell from the way your voice is all echoing. A reminder, the dress code is still in force. I can hear a tie on a conference call like a baby in a vacuum cleaner.
No, I'm not.
And
I'm not going
remember,
I don't have to.
Scared. They want information.
No, you're being
Did they not get the actress who plays Jenny?
I'm not.
Fact checking or integrity.
I'm not.
There's money to be made, and Papa wants a taste.
No, because we heard her for a second.
3. Welcome back to the National Nightly. Well, welcome back anyway. We know isolation isn't easy, so finally tonight we have something a bit different for you. Even though some
15 minutes.
It's not our job to entertain the public with absolute nonsense, other more important people overruled those people. So it's time to find out who will National Nightly win and who will National Nightly lose.
National Nightly, National Nightly, National Nightly lose.
So, how do we play? Well, joining me as a man who knows all about playing It's Tommy Harris. Hello, Tommy.
All right, Johnny. It's good to see ya.
And how are you finding the lockdown?
Captioned as Johnny now.
Lockdown.
The enforced isolation of everyone in the country.
Ah, yeah. I think I heard about that actually. Yeah.
You're in bed, Tommy.
Yeah. You called during nap time, so.
Of course, that's my fault. So, why don't you tell us how the game is played?
Well, it's pretty simple, Jeremy, you sausage. I'm going to ask contestants from around the territory 3 questions about what else, yours truly. And those people are going to get a chance to win a very special prize.
And what are they playing for, Tommy?
Drum roll, please. Jeremy.
Oh.
Thank you. This.
Ooh.
What is that?
It's my athletic support, Jeremy.
Oh.
But I've signed it, so.
Oh, well then, what a fantastic prize.
Have we got anybody waiting to win this once-in-a-lifetime prize, Jimmy?
I believe we have Angie on.
Jerry Jimmy.
How do you feel about winning this man's old pants, Angie?
I've never been so excited, Jeremy. And can I just say, I love you. Both of you.
Well, you've said it now, haven't you?
Oh, Angie, I love you. In a way. Tell us about yourself, Angie.
Well, what can I say?
Sonia Artley?
Always has been. I'm a human woman, and my dental hygiene has been described as acceptable.
Brilliant! Right, well, shall we get this shambles underway?
Absolutely, John. Can I get 30 seconds on the clock, please?
We haven't got a clock.
Yeah, I did ask for a clock. So...
Well, why don't you start, and I'll stop you when it inevitably becomes unbearable to watch.
I love it. All right, here we go. Time starts now. Question 1. When is my birthday?
The 13th of August at 7:19 a.m.
That is absolutely correct. Question 2. What? I said, what is my favourite colour?
Crushed.
Good Monty Python reference, bro. Ah.
And finally, Angie dear, what is my star sign?
That's a trick question. You were born outside of the human understanding of the cosmos.
So true.
Unbelievable. That is correct. Stop the clock.
Wow, that really was tough to watch. How did you do, Tommy?
Well, Angie, my love, you got every single question right. Which of course means you lose and win absolutely nothing. Thanks for playing, Angie. Bye. Do we have another contestant on the line at Jelly Bean?
Why'd you fucking hit?
Sonia?
Of course I am, Jamie, darling.
Thank you for being here, Sonia.
Oh, there you are, Tommy. Mwah.
Let me guess, you work in theatre, don't you?
Is it that obvious? What gave it away? Was it the glamour or poise?
It certainly wasn't your inherent sense of humility.
Tell us about yourself, Sonia.
Oh, well, if you must play this game. I am a theatrical agent. I represent the likes of Rudy Beefman, Samuel Coffee Cup, and Jodie Carpetburn, amongst others.
And how's the lockdown affected you, Sonia?
Well, they may have closed the theatres, shut the studios, and boarded the cinemas, but they won't get me that easily.
How are you managing without any work?
Due to a savvy clause in all of my artist contracts, I am able to claim my 15%
Juggler ass.
unemployment benefit.
Wow, that certainly is sharp.
Standard stuff, standard stuff.
And can I ask, where are you speaking to us from?
Well, I work from home, you know, to keep costs down.
And who's this?
Oh, well, you know, when they gave the order, I was actually mid-meeting with a client, so we've been isolated together.
No fucking way!
What the fucking fuck?
Is that Tommy Harris? I'm a huge fan. Can I just tell you how bloody brilliant you are?
Actually, Jeff, we're about to play a game, aren't we, Tommy?
We got time,
Well, if it's not too bold, I think I am in love with you, Mr. Harris.
No, it's not too bold. That's all right.
Hey.
I'd love to show you some of my stuff. I've been working on some new shit.
Well, at least you're already aware.
During lockdown, we've been workshopping some of Jeff's ideas for much younger children, haven't we?
People still let you near their children, do they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I've been developing some shows for young
Oh, Jeff Algebra.
Well, we'd love to see it, wouldn't we, Gerbil?
Absolutely dying to.
Right, so, what do kids love?
Timely child support payments from their absent fathers.
Shallow and overproduced musical numbers?
That's right. Animals! So, I'm trying to address the things that kids need to know, but through a medium that they'll understand. Do you understand?
I think so, yes.
Jeff's one of my best clients, aren't you?
I am, yeah. So, the first one we've been working on is called The...
It's a fucking awful performance for me.
Payments. It's about a lion who's having problems with his interest rates.
I see. Does he have a broker?
He does, yes. He's a porcupine. How did you know that?
Well, your work is universal, darling. It speaks to people.
I'm going to say something to you, mate. I think you're onto something here.
Oh, the bear,
Yes, right. This one is much better. So, this one tells the tale of Mr. Bear. Now, Mr. Bear is a very sad bear. Because all of the other bears don't think that he'll amount to much, and they tell him that his plays are lazy and derivative.
I think you're onto something there.
Now, Mr. Bear is a tragic figure. He's at his lowest ebb. The trees are closing in. He can't even face his salmon, can he? No. But then he meets someone that will change his life forever.
This is fucking gripping.
That's right. He meets a wise old octopus who takes him under his wing and says, "No, Mr. Bear, don't be sad. You're not like all the other bears. You have this ambition, and these dreams."
Such fucking dreams.
I think I love you, Jeff.
And what you need to do, Mr. Bear, says the octopus, probably doing an 8-armed gesture or something.
What you need to do to find happiness in this crazy old forest is you need to set yourself more realistic goals. It's called Mr. Bear Lowers His Expectations.
Nice.
You really have taken yourself to new depths. And what do you want children to take away from this?
Oh, fuck shit, fuck.
What?
I said a more realistic worldview.
Are you all right, Jamboree?
It's Jeffrey. My name is Jeffrey Donington.
No, stop. How does it end? We need to know how it ends.
Well, all the animals learn a thing or two about inevitable mediocrity.
Yeah, and Mr. Bear settles down near to his parents' cave, stops trying to make his band happen, and he goes into bear telemarketing.
Becomes a bear maths teacher.
Oh, and we end... We end on a big musical number. Oh, there's dancing.
This is the weakest segment in this whole thing.
So it's catchy but not too challenging. Well, if you like, I could go and get my boombox.
Yeah, do you know, I might be able to... Hang on, can we get Angie back?
Why not? The more the merrier, as they say at orgies.
Right, I'll just fill then, shall I? Coming up in a moment, it's the world premiere that nobody saw coming.
Lights!
Or wanted.
Oh.
At all. Right. I can only apologise in advance for what we're all about to... endure.
Did you turn this shitting thing... Well, there's all sorts of creatures down on Dangly Doodle Farm. Like wise old Mr. Octopus with way too many arms. There's Mr. Pig and Mr. Cow. They're always in good moods. But that's 'cause they don't know they'll soon be sliced up into food. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to turn into despair. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your dreams go to die. Mr. Raccoon wants to go to the moon. He'll end up as a bus driver soon. Mr. Porcupine thinks he'll read the news at 9. He'll end up as a janitor who stinks of turpentine. Mr. Tiny Mouse thought he'd own a massive house, ended up in a bedsit where he can't control the louse. Mr. Horse thought he'd go into professional sports, now he's an alcoholic and he's on his 3rd divorce. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the place your life becomes an endless questionnaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to die. Lower your expectations. Maybe you could get a job in communications. No matter how you try your
breakdown.
The League of Nations. The best you'll get is middle rank in trading operations. So lower your expectations. You'll never win an Oscar, so there's no congratulations. The future that is coming will not meet specifications, and no amount of visualization will save you from your own deterioration. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's a tramp who thought he'd be a multi-millionaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where self-esteem goes to die. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the disappointment that is waiting everywhere. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your schemes go to die. That's where your dreams go to die. That's where dreams go to die.
There's like an extra voice in here.
Well, I'm sure we'll all still be singing that tomorrow morning.
So true.
That's it from us for tonight. Many thanks to all our guests. I look forward to seeing them all again. Eventually. But before we go...
So yeah, this is one of like 9 endings for this.
You see, I've had my eye on you, friend, and I've got to say I'm not liking what I'm seeing. You keep letting me down, chum. Playing it safe. Making the dull, boring choices. Failing to assert yourself. No one likes a pushover, Alex. You know that. And frankly, chum, you're acting like a bit of a wimp. Alex, will you give away your passport so my super rich sibling can abandon us all? Sure. Here it is. Pathetic. Can I have the money we need for food so I can go around the continent on a jolly? Sure, Susie. We can always eat your grandma when we run out of food.
I really love that the game notices that you're a pushover.
Aren't you
and calls you out specifically.
the law?
Don't you just want to go apeshit?
Other than me, obviously. Confidence, power, control, we're all drawn to it like rats to the piper. Don't you care where your son goes at night? You will when you find out. Look, far be it from me to try and lead you down the dark pathway, although sort of is my whole raison d'etre. But imagine, just for a moment, that none of this was real. It was just some stupid game where you could just do it all over again if it all went wrong.
So true.
Imagine if Sam and Charlie and Susie were just characters. Wow. Think of all the fun you could have. Just being bad, you know. For the hell of it. My name's Megan Wolf. Have an evil night. Ugh. Jen, I'm just gonna go smoker, okay? Can you get Bozeman on the phone? Babe, I don't care if this is a dream, a bad trip, or a shock-induced coma. I did not sign up to be dressed like a slag, doshing out wristies for a 20. All right, I'm a professional news anchor, not a fucking bogan.
Is she Australian?
Unconvincing accent the whole time? I mean, look at this. My skirt's so short you can see my jute. Alex?
Wake up, Alex, wake
Why don't you wake up?
Wake up!
You fucking
Wake
perv.
up, Alex! Alex! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Yep. It is very fun that the main character's name is Alex, because, you know, like, our body name. Yeah, I fucked up the middle one. I don't know what was going on there. Alright, well, that's gonna do it for tonight. I might be back with tomorrow with more of this.
And I'm Jeremy Dawson.
Extras?
Our main headlines tonight.
I really like that fucking game. Like, you know, the Halloween one was kind of a miss, but like, I don't know, it's still fun. I like it. I want to see what the fucking, because when we played this back in January 2022, fuck, that was not the sequence that Audrey got. Like at the very end. Mr. Bear walks out there. That's where your dreams go to die. Let's see.
Right, well, shall we get this shambles underway?
Absolutely
dying.
Get a job in tele.
Oh, I fucked up the last one too. Or the middle one there.
Alex is a burly man.
Okay, we got one where she's an angel. Let me just put it on. Not for broadcast lockdown endings. No, that doesn't. I definitely do want to watch the like little documentary.
We end.
I think that sounds super fucking cool.
Little baby.
Wait.
Transportable. Leave that. Say that.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so she got one where Megan is an angel and get out of here. I think she
Time for tonight's parable.
she wants you to like
On the road, there was a
push your family around less.
man and a weird man. And there did come upon them from the local village a truth seeker named Unlikely Brian. And he did come to them with
Unlikely Brian
and someone else's arms and a question. A wise and weak
Wow. Look at how well we did.
dance in the traditional jig of inquiry common in those weak
Wow. Oh. Mrs. Snugglehugs are enchanted by solid champions.
And the wise man did say, "Are no riches greater than family?" And the foolish man did say he'd heard a good tip for the camel race and that it was a sure thing.
I don't remember what this fucking thing is.
That 2 ears was just
I know it's not on screen right now.
because there was no good place to put a third that wouldn't be aesthetically upsetting. Although he did see the use for a second anus. And Unlikely Brian did fall into wonder and befuddlement at their answers.
What the fuck is this one trying to say?
Wondering if either the foolish man or the weird man had any actual value in this sort of professional consultative environment, for what he did not know was that the profound man and the practical man were both on annual leave that week.
Uh-huh.
And the foolish man and the weird man were all that the agency had available. But what Unlikely Brian
I
did,
can tell Audrey's not even fucking paying attention. Southern accent.
Alex, who had enraged their spouse over a passport,
There we go.
treated their son Charlie like he was still a little baby,
Wait.
and was too miserly to even pay for their daughter's holiday.
Oh, okay, so Audrey got the opposite, where instead of her being the devil and being like, "Don't you want to just go ape shit?" She's an angel, and she's like, don't you want to be nicer to your family? Funny. Not for broadcast, lock down Megan endings. Wiki, thank you not for broadcast, Wiki. Megan's exit remarks. She has 8. Devil Meg cares. I get it. Megany Donaldswolf, Mad Megs, Poetry and Megan, Mummy Wolf, Megan Winston, Musical Megan, and The Reverend Wolf. Huh. In one of them, she's dressed up as Jeremy. That one is, interestingly enough, if you say yes to everyone except for your daughter. Huh. Mad Megs. Making everyone look their best. Megan pauses, then tells Alex that she tries to sit in their eye line in the canteen some days, retracting her statement soon after saying that she does so every day. She scratches her head, informing them that she knows it's wrong and that they're married. Oh, that Alex is married. She sits back upright, telling Alex that she's done some digging and found the fact that they risked being arrested to help Chris. And that they stretched themselves to let Susie go traveling. Megan adds on that Alex isn't a pushover parent either, and that they kept Charlie safe even if he resents them for it. Or at least that's what he told her when she talked to him. I don't know what the fuck that one's about. She reads a poem. She does a musical number. Pog. One where she pretends that she's like married to you? Huh. Interesting. Alright, well. Cool. Alright, well, thanks for gaming with me. We'll be back with more of this soon. I want to see how the rest of the game goes if you're a pushover. Alright, good night, everyone. Oh, wrong one.